Hello everyone, my name is Kane and welcome back to more Rean Stares at You. The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. Last time, well, we got through the practical exam here at the school, did some side questing as well, and yeah, overall getting kind of used to things, and now we have to go on a field study, and our party's changed up a bit in the form of, we still get to keep Elliot, but now we have Elisa and Laura with us. Yes, and now Elisa's now on better terms with us, thankfully. So, yeah, things are starting to look up. Yeah, seems like there's not really anything we can do right now. So I guess we just gotta go ahead and head towards the next area, which is the area we're supposed to go for a field study. Intertrista Station. I think this is telling me that if I go through here, I'm not going to be able to come back for a little bit until we're done with, like, the field study. But I don't think there's anything I need to worry about getting done. Into the station. Hey, the others! Hey, guys. What's up?
Ah, good morning, everyone.
Are you all preparing to leave as well?
Morning.
Good morning.
You're all good to go, then? Yes, Parv is quite a distance from here. We're not likely to arrive before evening. Considering its relative location, that seems to be an accurate estimate. I guess it is the southernmost town in Erebonia. Makes you realize just how big the Empire is. But,
I did. Yeah, they are not okay.
they're still at it, huh?
Have they been like this the entire time?
I'm afraid so.
I think we may have underestimated how deeply rooted their differences are. I'm sick of them already. If only they were as willing to put aside their differences as Rean and Elisa. Oh, how you mention it. So you were finally able to make up with him, huh? It's not like we're getting along that poorly. Besides, we haven't known each other that long enough to call it making up.
That's good news, Rean.
Well done.
Thanks, I guess.
Why does everyone have to keep making such a big deal out of it?
You're the one.
Passenger service bound for Heimdall, now arriving on platform 2. We ask that all customers utilizing this service please wait on the platform until the train has come to a complete stop.
Time to go.
If you couldn't tell, I just woke up, which is why my voices are screwy right now. Oh wait, they're always screwy. Well, best of luck. Though, here's hoping you don't need it.
Getting those two to work together sure doesn't seem like it'll be an easy task. We'll do what we can.
Good luck to all of you. Please, take care. It's our first field study. Let's show them what we're made of. Of course. Later.
Alrighty. I still wonder if we're going to end up seeing anyone else familiar from this game. I mean, there's already one character that we know we've seen in well, technically two. There's already two characters we've seen. Actually, I just realized how out of left field what I'm talking about is. I'll wait until this cutscene's over with.
I wonder if they'll be okay.
Well, as long as Emma and Gaius are with them, things shouldn't get too out of hand. Now, Fee, I have absolutely no idea what to expect from her.
She doesn't really seem like the type to cause a ruckus, at least. I'm concerned for them as well, but I believe we should be focusing on our own trials right now.
You're right. Let's go buy our tickets. Okay, what I was going to say is I wonder what kind of characters we'll see in this game that we've seen before. Technically, there are only two at the moment I can think of, which are Olivier, because obviously we've already seen him, and I only count this guy because we have seen him in the other games, though we haven't seen him all that much. It's Gileath Osborne, the Blood and Iron Chancellor guy. Hey, he's not our ally and he's not a friend, but he is technically a character we've seen in the other game, so I'll count him. But I wonder if we're going to be seeing any other characters like that? Like, are we going to be seeing anyone else from the Sky trilogy, or are we going to see anybody from the Zero Azure duology? Because I feel like those, I don't know. I'm trying to think if we would see them in the first game, because I'm trying to base it off how Zero did it, where like Zero only showed off a few characters from the Sky trilogy, and then Azure kind of pulled out more characters from that. You got something to say? No.
Welcome. You're a student from students from Class 7, correct? And your destination today is Seldic?
Yes, that's right.
Yes, they're ready and waiting for us. I suspect Instructor Sarah made considerable preparations on her behalf. Sure looks that way. Not that I'm complaining. The train for Seldic will be departing from Platform 1. It's not due just yet, but you can buy your tickets in advance if you'd like and wait for its arrival.
That's why.
Very good. That's 4 passengers bound for Seldic. I'll have those tickets for you in just a moment.
Hi there. Thank you.
Alright. Passenger service bound for Crossbell, now arriving at Platform 1. Please wait until the trains come to a complete stop.
I want to go Crossbell. Wait. I was going to take a quick... I'm trying to pay attention for anyone coming outside this train. Okay. I was about to say, if this train came from Crossbell and it's going to Crossbell, there's a chance that maybe there's passengers from Crossbell, which means Azure and Zero characters. Whee!
La la la. So it's about an hour to Seldic from here, right? Yes, I believe so. I had to change trains from there when I originally came to Trista.
Oh right, you're from Legram.
I'd be in the direction of Berryhard after changing at Seldic, right? That's correct. After which point, it would be necessary to switch again at Berryhard. It's situated in a very remote part of the country.
Well, you could say the same from where I'm from, too. As I understand it, Seldic's mostly known as a merchant town, right?
Yeah, that's been their main source of tourism for some time, mostly thanks to the Grand Market. Can't hurt to go over what we know about the town before we get there.
Sure.
As Elliot stated, Seldic is the market town at its core. It's in the eastern province of Cruzen, and has been a major train hub for a very long time. It's also a major interchange station connecting Heimdall with Berryhard and even Crossbell.
Really?
The area itself is known for having a large number of granaries, sorry. Though this has of course been overshadowed in recent years by the aforementioned Grand Market. Virtually anything can be procured there, from farm produce, jewels, and Berryhard furs to imported goods from afar.
That sounds awfully impressive. Ugh.
I'm kind of looking forward to this now. I would be too if we actually knew if I knew we'd actually have a chance to take in the sights. There's no telling what kind of crazy thing Instructor Sarah has planned for us. Boy, isn't that the truth.
Can't even hazard a guess as to what this field study might involve. Kill monsters. Being part of our curriculum, though, it's safe to assume that it won't be easy.
If it were, it would hardly be worth the trip. Personally, I'm looking forward to learning the true nature of our excursion. I suppose it is a good way to look at it.
Well, we'll find our answer when we get there. We're supposed to drop by the end as soon as we arrive. There should be an envelope waiting for us with the details on our mission.
Yeah, that's right. Well, this whole trip seems eerily well planned out, don't you think? Even the station employees knew we were coming.
Yeah.
It just goes to show how high the Academy's expectations are for all of you.
Who? What are you doing here? I thought you said you weren't gonna be with us. Instructor?
I was wondering why you were nowhere to be seen this morning.
Also, that seems kind of unfair to the other group. What?
Looks like Group A is all present and accounted for. Good, good. And I'm relieved to see the two of you have finally managed to make up. You say that as if it's old news. Have you been spying on us this whole time?
So, what brings you here, instructor? I thought you were planning on staying back at the academy.
Well, considering this is your first time out in the field, I assumed you'd be positively lost without me. So I decided to stick around at least until you finish checking in at the end. Oh, well, thanks, I guess, but I think Group B could have used your help a little more.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I think the Group B needs more of an instructor.
But it's not been better for you to accompany the others.
I mean, the two most responsible people in that group are freaking Gaius and Emma. Then you got B, who I'm willing to make a 75% chance guess that she's just going to find a way to sleep this entire assignment. And then Machias and Eustace, who... Anyways...
They'd be a nightmare to deal with. I may still have to go to them, but though, if those two get out of control. But we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. See, she knew full well that Eustace and Machias wouldn't get along. But just put them in the same group anyway.
I did suspect as much, but it's hard to believe she just confirmed it so nonchalantly. At least she's honest.
Anyway, don't pay me any mind. You four feel free to keep talking. I didn't get any sleep last night, so I'm going to take a little nap right here.
But... How are you a teacher?
She's asleep already? Incredible. I don't think I've ever seen someone less inclined to be an educator than her.
Maybe we're better off just letting her sleep. I should probably wake her up when we get to Celtic, though. That's impressive. Oh, I can just save. Okay. I still don't understand why deleting a save is an option, but... Elisa!
When I came to the academy, I never thought I'd find myself making the Grand Market of Celtic, visiting the Grand Market of Celtic as part of my studies. I've read about it before, but this will be my first time seeing the place in person.
Oh, really? Well, field study or no, then I guess it's still something to look forward to. Is there anything in particular you're hoping to see?
The gems and furs from Berehard, maybe? They say some of the highest quality goods produced from Berehard's artisans are sold at the Grand Market.
Ooh. Sounds like it'd be worth seeing for sure. Though somehow I doubt we'll be able to afford anything there. Still, if we get a chance, we should go check it out together while we're in town.
Sounds like fun.
Yippee!
I have to admit, I'm starting to get a little bit excited now. I mean, this is the Grand Market we're talking about.
Just be sure you don't let it distract you too much from the reason we're going to Celtic in the first place.
I know.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Elliot.
Hey, almost forgot I had these. I just picked them up on a whim a little while ago.
Elliot had a pack of blade cards. Oh, you have a pack too. I just got a set of my own from the pawn shop in Trista.
Really? That's perfect then. How about we play a few hands? Seems like we got some time to kill before we arrive.
You know the rules?
Yeah, they're not that complicated, so I don't think anyone here will have any trouble picking it up. Sounds like a good way to pass the time to me. Indeed. It seems like it could be an enjoyable diversion.
Alright, let's give it a try then. When traveling by train, you can play the card game Blade with other members of your group to strengthen your bonds with them. Only the first match with each character will increase your bond with that person, but this will occur whether you win or lose. Okay. So, you may be wondering why I'm laughing. There is a big reason why I'm laughing, and it's because of something my guide mentions. I'm going to read this word for word in the guide version. Note, you should always save your game before playing this minigame. Sometimes playing Blade can cause the game to randomly crash. Vita version. We don't have to worry about for the PC version, but there's something very entertaining to me about the fact that a card minigame is just able to is known for causing crashes in a specific version of the game. That's very funny to me.
I brought these now. Playing this should make our rail journeys go by in no time. I'll have to recommend the game to Group B too.
You're going to destroy our reality with cards.
I do wonder what precisely these field side trips will involve. I can't even fathom a guess.
Likewise. The weirdest part for me is the divide between Group A and Group B. Why were we split up and sent to different places? And most bizarrely of all, why were Ermachius and Eustace placed in the same group? It's like they were just asking for trouble.
It does seem quite illogical. I can only assume that there's a hidden purpose to these trips beyond what we've been told. Perhaps multiple purpose requiring multiple groups to fulfill.
Yeah, that's my best guess too. There has to be something going on behind the scenes here. Which is why I wanted to ask Instructor Sarah a few more questions, but, well... she's asleep. I don't think she'll be doing much answering.
Perhaps she fell asleep deliberately to avoid addressing such concerns. Our instructor is quite the formidable opponent.
That's one way to describe her. Guess we're just gonna have to work out the meaning of these field study trips on our own.
I have no idea what may be waiting for us in Seldek. But let us be certain we hold nothing back.
Of course, I wasn't planning on it. Sarah, wake up! She really is fast asleep.
Oh, like a baby. I've never seen a child fall asleep quite as quickly as that. I know, I sure couldn't. She must have a natural talent for sleeping.
Well, let's not disturb her. Is this where Fee gets it from? Wait, hang on. Is Fee related to you? Actually, wait. I say that as a joke, but now I'm starting to wonder. For some reason, Fee, Instructor Sarah already seems to know quite a bit about Fee, so... is she related to Instructor Sarah? Huh. I said that as a joke, but now I'm starting to think there actually could be some truth to that. Huh. Again, when I think back to when we were dropped down into the dungeon of the old schoolhouse, Fee used some sort of like grappling hook to stop herself from getting dropped down. But then Instructor Sarah mentioned how you can't keep doing this, Fee. You gotta learn to hang out with others. I'm gonna make a wild guess. I don't think this is gonna be a right guess, but it almost makes it feel like a mother-daughter relationship in a way. I don't know. The way that Fee was being talked to by Sarah in that moment almost made it feel mother-daughter-like to me in a way. Anyways, let's play a card game. Wait. Guess I'll have to wake her up when we get to Celtic. Okay, now let's play Blade. So let's check the rules. Blade is a card game in which two players take turns placing numbered cards on the field and vie for the greater sum total. Once both players have dealt their hands, they must each draw a card from the deck and place it on the field. The player who draws a lower number must then proceed to place a card from their hand onto the field. The player who goes second must then play a card with a value that allows them to surpass their opponent's current total. Should both players have an equal total at any point, the field is cleared and both players must draw and play new cards. If the final card of the game is used to clear the field, the match will result in a draw. What? I'm sorry, what? 3 types of cards in Blade. Blade cards are the most common. They're numbered 1 to 7. Bold cards remove the last card that your opponent placed on the field. As a special rule, a Blade card with the value of 1 can be used to bring back a card removed by the use of a Bolt card. Mirror cards are used to switch the positions of cards currently placed on the field. Bolt and mirror cards each have a value of 1 if they are first card to be placed on the field. But be careful, using a Bolt or mirror card as your last move is considered a foul and will cost you the match. What are you talking about? What? You know what? Screw it. It said I get points whether I win or lose anyways. Elisa.
Let's get started.
I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, they're literally just weapons.
Draw a card.
Okay.
Oh, same score? We better draw again.
Okay.
Oh, same score? We better draw again.
Okay.
After you, then.
What? 1.
I won.
Okay, so I'm just... Okay. What? Okay. Wait. Wait, what? I'm confused. What? Try again. Oh, wait, use this time.
Go easy
What?
on me, okay?
That was so short, by the way. What?
Okay then, let's draw. Well, looks like I'm up first. Bolt!
Uh,
Mirror! Mirror!
I see what's going on here. Okay, I think
Really?
I get
You're
it
playing
now.
that now?
I get it. I get it. Okay, I see what's going on here.
I didn't see that coming.
Ah! Okay, I
win.
see how this works now. I see. Okay. Challenge lore.
Then let us begin our duel.
Even if I don't win, it's still worth it to do this, it seems. Okay, I get it now.
Please draw a card. The first move
this?
is yours.
Damn, really? So can I just immediately do a bolt? Yes,
Well
I can. I'm still gonna bolt it.
Well played.
I see how this works now. Yes, okay. I get it.
We're evenly matched.
Bro.
Let's redraw. The first move is yours. Divine Bolt. Divine Bolt.
Could you cut it out?
We're evenly matched.
Bro.
Let's redraw.
I don't have anything left.
Then I'll make the first move. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that.
Damn it.
Excellent duel.
Oh well. Oh well. Save the game. I'm not good at card games, man.
Wow.
Ooh. How nice.
It's beautiful. What a spectacular view. The rye plant entered last fall seems almost ready for harvesting. Now? I thought rye could only be harvested in the fall.
Well, the soil in this area is supposed to be extra fertile due to this warmer climate, so things are a little different here. The view really is amazing, though. Looks like something out of a painting.
The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. This transcontinental train is bound for Crossbow. The next stop is Keldic. Keldic. Passengers traveling to Bereahard. Please change trains at this stop.
Almost there.
Guess I should wake up Instructor Sarah. This is cool, looking at this, I like that a lot. Little map view. Alright. We're in Keldic now. I'm always going to try and pay attention to the background characters to see if I can recognize any characters that... Who knows? Maybe it's going to be someone I recognize. Surely. Here we are. Looks like you could fit a bell there. Keldic, the market town. What a nice little area. I like it.
Wow, so this is Keldic.
It seems like a really relaxing little town, though there are a lot more people here than I expected.
I imagine they've come for the Grand Market. Even merchants from other countries regularly come to see it.
Sounds like this place is as popular with the tourists as the capital then, but for a whole different set of reasons.
Keldik's also widely renowned for their local beer, which they make using rye.
For some reason, it's making me almost think of an old town, like a cozier version. I don't know, like a wooden. I don't know what the exact word, but it's making me think of Bose. Bose.
But you're all still minors, so I'm the only one here who gets to drink it.
Please stop drinking.
Are you trying to make us jealous?
We don't really care, you know.
Anyway, let me show you to the inn. It's, right over there.
You're hopeless.
Okay, let's go.
I do like this area, though. It's very nice. I'm scared something terrible is going to happen to this area. What the? Who are you?
Well, well. I hadn't expected to see the Purple Lightning herself in such a quaint little town.
There's no way. There is no way. The way that you look, there's no way we're seeing you. You! It can't be. I'm actually tearing up if that's actually you. Is it the goofy guy from Ouroboros? Also, what do you mean purple lightning? He's gotta be talking about Sarah, but disregarding that, is that Blue Block?
And the chicks with her seem like an interesting lot, too.
It has to be Blue Block, isn't it?
No time for that now. I have more pressing matters to attend to.
Please tell me that's Blue Blanc. But he didn't have his mask. Then again, we did destroy his masks. We did damage his mask in the events of Sky SC. But the way that it looked, it had to be Blue Blanc. Hey there, Margot.
Oh, well, if it isn't Sarah, what are you doing here? I knew the kids were coming, but I didn't think you'd be coming with them. Oh, I just figured I'd help them get settled in before I left. And here they are, my lovely students. Well now, aren't they a youthful-looking bunch?
It's a pleasure to meet you. We're first-year students from Doris Military Academy, Class 7. I'm Reen.
I'm Lisa. Thanks for bringing us up. The pleasure's all mine, I assure you. I'm Margot. Margaret. Margot or Margaret? I'm going with Margot. The owner of this humble establishment. Sarah here has taken care of all your arrangements. Come, I'll show you to your room. Thank you, ma'am. Much obliged.
Purple lightning? Assuming I'm right on my assumption that that person was Blue Blanc, then that would mean... Wait, is he talking about Sarah? No. He could be talking about...
Louise, can I get some beer and snacks?
I'll bring him right over. You do know it's not even noon, though, right? Wait, hang on. Does Laura have purple hair? Laura has blue hair, I thought, right? I'd argue Sarah's closer to purple. Because Laura's looks more blue to me. But the point is... I have to assume he's talking about Sarah, right? Surely. But that would mean they have a connection to Ouroboros. If I'm right that that's, Blue Blanc.
This is the room you're going to be staying in. Wait, we're all?
Yeah, this is... big... plenty of beds.
More than enough space for our needs. Thank you very much. But there are 4 beds, which means... Are you suggesting we sleep in the same room as the boys? I had my doubts about that too. But Sarah insisted, so that was it.
What is wrong with this teacher?
I broke the beds into groups of 2 to make things less awkward, but that was about the best I could manage.
This is gonna be a problem. I don't have any problem with it personally, but I can't imagine the girls will be quite as accepting.
Elisa, I don't believe we have a choice here.
This is not our fault, you better realize it.
We are military students. We mustn't allow the prospect of mixed gender accommodations phase us. I know that, but... In the army, women share rooms with men. It's a fact of life, born of necessity. You will need to adjust to this reality sooner or later, and this does seem a perfect opportunity. Okay, I get it. I hear you comes anywhere near our beds.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Likewise.
I wasn't talking about you, Elliot. I was referring to someone else who already has a history of this kind of thing. If we chain Rean to...
What are you talking about? I thought she'd gone over that.
Guess not.
Please, save me, Margaret.
Now that your room's all sorted, let me give you this.
Oh, field study envelope, April. What do we got? Isn't that our academy's emblem?
Does this contain the details of our assignment here? That's what I've been told, yes. Well, if you need anything during your stay, just let me know. For now, I'll leave you to get settled in.
Oh, I'm also going to say one more thing regarding Blue Blanc for now, assuming that is Blue Blanc. I know his voice probably sounded different from the usual version of a voice that I gave Blue Blanc in the previous games. He did sound very different from this. But I don't think I'm going to change my voice to fit the new one. I don't dislike the new one, I just think I'm just too invested in doing this kind of voice for Blue Blanc. I can't possibly change it. It feels wrong to change after so long of doing it.
Shall I have a look inside?
Yeah. Okay, let's see what we've got. Field study day, day 1, assigned task. Ah, hey. For the common cold, Father Zerbal. I've run out of some ingredients I need to make a particular medicine. I would very much appreciate if someone could procure more for me. Please speak with me in the church for further details. Father Zerbal. Any bright ideas? Samus. I need someone to replace a malfunctioning orbital light in a road lamp for me. For more details, come see me at Ovin's Arms and Orbital Factory and East Celtic Highway Monster. A dangerous monster has appeared near this highway and is making it very difficult for us to harvest our crops. Could someone please help us? The monster is a scary dinosaur and it's at a plateau near the East Celtic Highway. My house is alongside the East Celtic Highway, so please stop by if you can. Cyro. Alright. Study area is defined as a 200 cell radius around Celtic. Each student must record his or her activities daily to be remitted to the instructor upon request.
So, this is our field study? It just looks like a list of menial tasks to me. There's monster elimination requests at least, but that's the most we have.
I see. So that's her angle.
Excuse me?
Did you figure something out?
Oh, no, it's nothing. We should go ahead and talk this over with Instructor Sarah. She probably is stuck around specifically to answer any questions we might have.
You may be right. And while we're at it, we can grill her about this communal room she signed us up for, too.
Alright, fair enough. How slammered has she gotten by this point? Too slammered. I can see her swaying.
Nothing hits the spot quite like a cold beer.
I can see you swaying, madam.
She looks like she's having the time of her life.
It is noon.
How many pints has she downed already? It's not even noon.
It's not even noon.
Oh, you kids are still here?
Answer.
I'll just be hanging back and enjoying myself. So go on ahead and get started. Don't mind me.
We have questions for you, though.
I'm not sure if we're going to get coherent answers at this point.
What's with these field study tasks?
I'm glad they're not as difficult as I was expecting, but they're just so...
Menial?
Well, it makes sense you'd have some doubts. You only need to do the ones it says are required, though. Feel free to just ignore the rest if you want. I don't care.
Forget the... I don't care if you ignore the church father person. Who cares, right?
Up to you how much or how little you want to do.
Stop being so irresponsible.
Wait. These kinds of decisions are as much a part of our field study as the tasks themselves.
Oh, what?
What do you mean?
You have 2 days.
What?
Trista isn't far from here, so you'll be returning to the academy tomorrow evening. Until then, you can spend your time here however the 4 of you see fit. Every decision rests on your shoulders. I won't be forcing you to do a thing.
Interesting. Alright.
Okay, so what's up?
You have this look in your eyes like you've pieced something together.
Well, does this relate in some way to our free day this past week? Specifically to your activities during that time?
It almost makes it feel like this group's supposed to be some form of, like, bracer guild in a way. Also...
Oh. Yeah, now that you mention it.
Exactly. I spent this past free day doing various tasks on behalf of the Student Council. And while one of them did involve going back into that old schoolhouse, the rest were just simple requests for assistance from the locals.
In other words,
that's the sort of thing we've been asked to do here.
Basically, it seems like Class 7's being made to be like a makeshift bracer guild here in the area we've been assigned to. And by the time I'd taken care of everything, I felt like I'd learned a lot about Tristan and the Academy. So I think we've been given similar tasks here for a similar reason.
that definitely makes sense. I mean, all we know about Celtic is what I've read.
There's probably a lot we can learn by actually coming here and helping people out like this.
Indeed, the land of Ereboni is quite vast. This may be an invaluable opportunity to gather local knowledge of a place we may have otherwise never have visited.
Yeah, exactly. So whatever various and sundry things Instructor Sarah may have planned for us, I say we just work our way down the list while immersing ourselves in Celtic culture, taking in as much as we can. Also, I feel like I've been swapping between Celtic and Celtic, and I understand how annoying that probably is. I'm sorry.
Sounds good to me. Count me in.
This actually sounds pretty exciting when you put it that way.
Shall we depart then?
Shall we indeed? During field study periods, the party is assigned a variety of tasks complete, much like on Reen's free days. Details of these tasks can be confirmed via the quest tab. When all tasks with the request mark have been completed, the story will advance. Note, however, that any quest listed with a short time limit will become invalid when this happens. So, do short quests first, basically, is what I'm being told. Now, a couple things the guide mentions to do before we actually head out. So, first off, go back in here and speak to Margaret. Could you move?
You never change, do you, Sarah? Come on, don't give me that. What kind of person would throw away an opportunity to enjoy beer this good?
That's probably the last thing that should be coming from an instructor's mouth.
Seriously. This field study definitely seems like it'll be hard work for you all. Here, take this. Hopefully it'll help you get through it.
Sweet cookies.
Oh, these look delicious.
Thank you very much.
No worries. Take this recipe too. It's nice and simple, so give it a shot sometime.
The recipe for sweet cookie? Not bad. Next up, there's a specific NPC we need to talk to. Someone by the name of Anita? Something about in the southeast corner.
Yeah, Jake, where you put my notebook? I lent you so you can do your math homework, not so you can hide it.
Come get it if you want back.
Not again. When I get really angry, don't get back. Susie moved here from Heimdall a while ago. She keeps bullying her though. Why can't they just get along? Market Manager's been out a lot recently. I wonder what's got him so busy. It's not ideal for him to be gone while the Grand Market's going on, to be honest. I always come across something special at the Grand Market each year.
Ooh. This specific song sounds so familiar for some reason. Wow, look at all the people here.
Yeah, it really is bustling. I guess there's a reason people come from all over to visit it.
Look, over there. There's even someone performing. I could see myself spending hours here.
I see no harm in taking this opportunity to shop, as long as it's done in the process of completing our field study tasks.
Yeah, it'd be a waste not to see what all this town has to offer. We'll just have to make sure we not to get too carried away. Seems like a good shopping spot.
Oh, wonderful! Tagging along with fellas on this boring trip seems to have been worth it after all. There's even jewelry and full stores here. Where should I spend some money first?
Wow, check out all these stalls!
I ended up getting a free book while I was shopping here. I've already got too much to carry home as it is, though. Oh well, it's fine. You can have it.
Red Moon Rose Chapter 2. Okay. And apparently there's one thing I should do here specifically. There's a specific item I need to purchase here at the market for something later on, apparently.
Oh, the lace at that stall has a really pretty design.
Hello. Cool necklace prevents burn, lighter prevents freeze, and stone brooch prevents petrify. Don't have any Sepith masses I can exchange for.
I made plans to buy some rye from a merchant named Maurice. Price of rye is always prone to change this time of year, though. So here I am, gathering information to make sure I'll know what sort of deal we get.
Ah. Not that. What did you just say? Honey. Is it Armorican? What is happening here? Ah, here it is. Apparently we want to buy one of these, a sitting Mishi, a strap featuring Mishi, part of a set. We need to buy at least one of these for something later, apparently. Okay. We also got the Picard plush. 100 HP and ADF and defense plus 5. And the Kobold plush, 5% evasion. It's nice to know Mishi is chaotically spreading. Tommy is in poor good. ZCF light, increased accuracy and prevents blind. A small accessory light made at the Zeiss Central Factory. There's also Carnelia reprints, chapter 1 and 2. Popular novel published in Liberal. Do I recognize that? Why does that sound so vaguely familiar? I can't read them. Just make sure we save real quick. Okay. And doesn't look like there's any bonding events we can really do right now, so it seems like it's time for side quests. We're gonna start with the one that's, if I can remember controls, that'd be nice. We're gonna start with the one that's, not mandatory, for the common cold. So first off, we need to go to the Celtic Chapel. I feel like I remember seeing it back here. It was this one, right? Hello? Hi there. Excuse me, are you Father Zerbal?
That's correct. And you would be... Oh, I see. You must be the students who will be helping with my request.
It's us. We came from here from Thor's Military Academy.
I expected as much. Thank you for taking the time to come and speak with me. I'd like to request that you collect the ingredients I need to make some medicine. Do you have the time to do this request for me?
Let's do it. Ready to help.
My things.
Can I ask what sort of medicine these ingredients will be used for?
It's essentially a medicine to deal with the common cold by strengthening the body's immune system. Many people tend to catch it during spring and fall, when the temperature switches between hot and cold, you see. This is why I end up running out in the first place.
Ah, that makes sense.
I've had to rely on the church for medicine a bunch of times too. Definitely made my life easier. Agreed. We owe much to the vast amount of medical knowledge that the church possesses. We really do, especially since modern pharmaceutics still can't compare to it.
You students certainly know your stuff. But getting back to the matter at hand, there are 2 ingredients I want you to collect for me. The first is a medicinal plant known as a bear claw, which grows in humid areas. It's not common to find them growing in Caldec, but you can still get them at the Grand Market. There's a drugstore run by a man named Flint. Tell him that I sent you.
I'll note that down.
The other ingredient I need is imperial carrots. You can get these from a farmer named Paul who lives in a farmhouse in the West Celtic Highway. Again, simply tell him that I sent you and he should share some with you.
Understood.
That should be it then. Is there anything you'd like me to go over again?
No, that's fine. Which of our 2 destinations should we make our way to first? Doesn't seem like it matter.
Yeah, I agree. We'll be off then, Father.
I'll be waiting your return.
For the common cold. Alright, first off was to go to the Grand Market, it sounds like, and look for some guy who will sell us the bear claw. Not you. I'm just gonna talk to every NPC here.
Here you are. You wouldn't happen to be from Thor's, would you?
That's correct.
Yes, I knew it. My daughter started there to see it too, you see. Her name's Becky. So we think it goes, that's all thinking about Mira. Well, do try to get along with her if you ever spot her at the academy.
Will do.
Good luck with your sales.
You?
Welcome, welcome. I've got plenty of goods straight from Liberal here. All the lace and trendy Liberal crafts and orbital goods are right here, waiting for you to buy them. It's all though. We got Arabic tomatoes, which are spreading through Zemuria like wildfire.
I swear. I remember. This has been strange watching the acerbic tomatoes. It was back in the Sky trilogy. There was just a single side quest where a guy made a screwed up tomato, and it was the acerbic tomato that came of it. It was just a exceedingly bitter tomato that was awful, and now it's for some reason spread like crazy. And now there are even enemies that are tomatoes. What did that man make back in Liberal? What kind of insane... Oh, hey, the guy has a quest marker. I should have probably been looking for that from the beginning.
Welcome. Anything specific you're looking for?
This must be the store that Father Zerbal mentioned.
We're here on behalf of Father Zerbal, actually. He asked us to come here to collect a bear claw from you.
Is that so? Here you go, then.
Do we not need to pay? Thank you, sir. I'm surprised at how thorny this is, though, considering it's a medical herb.
Its resemblance to bear claw is where it gets its name from, after all. But my supply of them happens to come from Liberal. They're flown in time to where they had them sent along by train.
Wow, really? Guess must go show how much of a big deal this market is.
Yeah, there really is a bunch of unusual stuff here.
The market's popularity is well justified. Well then, we should make our way to the farmhouse on the Western Highway next.
Yeah, let's get this over with quickly. Maybe we can do some fighting here. Actually, that reminds me. I should probably check for equipment here that I can upgrade. Now I think about it, I can probably look at this way. Arms and Orbital Factory. Although if I talk... Okay, yeah, that's a problem. If I talk to you, I'm probably gonna have to... Well, I'm sure nothing bad will happen if I just talk to him first. Just in case this, puts me in, a quest that's, not able to be, exited until the end of it, I'm gonna save, just in case. I've had games do that in the past.
Welcome. This is Shop's Orbital Factory. Oh, you wouldn't happen to be the students from Thor's, would you?
That's correct. We're here in regards to your request.
It involved replacing the orbit light and the road lamp on the highway, right? Can we ask it for the details?
Sure, let's get right to it. As you read, one of the road lamps on the Western Highway stopped working the other day. And the cause of that is the orbit light inside ended breaking. So basically, I want you all to go switch the broken orbit light for a new one. Speaking of which, here you go.
The orbit light.
So all that's required of us is to replace the broken one with this one, then.
Yep, that's about the size of it.
So where exactly on the Western Highway is that?
Once you're on the highway, keep heading north until you can see a place called Lunaria Nature Park. There's a windmill in front of it that you can't miss. The lamp's near there. Make sure you check the maintenance panel to be sure that it's the right one. It'll have B02 written on it.
Near windmill in front of the nature park. Understood. It's safe to leave such work in our hands. I believe none of us have any experience related to this.
Don't worry, pretty much anyone can do it. All you're doing is taking the light out and putting a new one in. Simple. I guess the most difficult thing about it is you remembering the code to unlock it, but you can just write that down.
There's a code?
Yeah, you need to input it so you can open the maintenance panel. Let's see here. The code for B02 is...
I'm going to take a picture of this because I get the I would not be surprised if this game is going to quiz me on this somehow. I'm going to quickly take a picture of it. Where's the camera app? There it is. 466515. 466515. Got it.
Oh yeah, almost forgot to mention. The light from the road lamps actually repels monsters. In other words, in places where there's no light, they're much more likely to appear. So keep an eye when you're replacing it. The last thing you want is to be caught off guard by monsters.
See, thank you for the warning.
That's pretty much it then. Would you mind heading out to do now?
Leave to us. Let's go then.
Any bright ideas? And I can, okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to make sure of.
Figured those students the market manager was talking about. Well, feel free to take a look at my wares. May not compare to what you get in the bigger smithies, but they should come in handy either way.
Let's see what you got. More damage, less agility, though. Okay. I feel like first I want to... Jeez, oh, Pete, these are expensive. I'm going to need to do a lot of fighting here, I'm assuming. I am thinking that, I'm not going to farm quite yet, obviously, but what I'll probably end up doing is, after this recording's done, I'll probably... Because it sounds like I can go out and about and, like, farm monsters and stuff and fight. And once this recording's done, I'll probably take time to just get a bunch of Sepith and stuff, so I can... And, like, you know, max things out and whatnot. But, first off, we still need to do the cold side quest, so we need to go to the West Celtic Highway. Is this west?
My turn, right!
I've got this!
West. Oh, what the? What's going on here? Hi.
Who might you be?
Hi.
I don't recall seeing any of you around here before. You have some form of identification.
Soldiers. Wait, I think I recognize these uniforms.
We're students from Thor's Military Academy. We're currently visiting Celtic as part of his field study.
Thors? You mean the Thors? Now that you mention it, I do recognize the emblem. I apologize for any rudeness. Remember us from the Carusian Provincial Army. Our main duty is to keep the peace here in Celtic.
Provincial Army? Isn't that military forces operating by the ruling lord of each province, charged with maintaining security? They function as a secondary unit, separate from the formal Imperial Army.
Never heard of any field study program at Thors. Seems a little early in the year for something like that, too. But me, graduates of your academy, currently serve in all ranks. So you be sure to uphold the academy's good name. Don't do anything you shouldn't.
Thank you very much. We'll be sure not to let you down.
I'm glad to hear it. Take care now, and keep your noses clean.
We will.
That concludes our patrol. Back to the guardhouse, men.
Yes, sir. Well, there they go.
Man, he was scary. If they're the Carusian Provincial Army, doesn't that mean they're ruled by...
Yeah, Eustace's family. The Albareyas. Celtic is in the northern part of their territory, after all.
I think it would be best for us to keep out of their way. We should return to the task at hand.
Alright. Ooh.
All these windmills sure make the town feel pretty laid back.
True. This scenery is surprisingly relaxing.
I like it.
Right.
Now, what I should do... I got a bow! And you... Jeez, oh, Pete.
It's my turn.
You already know I gotta use the range attacker.
No! Foolish mortal.
The advantage is ours!
Here we go!
Alright, let's get to fighting. I'm going for these guys first. Get here! I need to analyze, I forgot about that.
Right. Turn to flames.
Fire!
Burn.
Right!
Lullaby.
Oh, got two of them asleep. I need to get battle scopes. I'm really gonna need to do a lot of farming here if I want to get to a point where I'm satisfied. I want to see what this looks like, though. Armor break.
Shatter! Go!
Even you're asleep? You're... whatever.
Arcus, activate.
I'll analyze you. Grub Muncher. Oh, it's these guys! I recognize these enemies. I mostly remember them from the Sky trilogy. Sorry, that's what I'm trying to say.
It's my turn.
Also, I'm an idiot. I forgot about this. I should absolutely be linking people. Still not a system I'm completely used to yet.
My turn. Huh? Now, I'll take you up.
Crack him!
You fought well, Ellie.
It's all I can do to keep up with you.
That's cute that they can have little conversations with each other. Let me make sure. That kept the link status, right? Oh, whoa. What the? Oh god, everyone has link meters with each other. Jesus Christ. Okay, it keeps it over battles. Gotcha. Just want to make sure. We're gonna explore all the area, obviously.
Right.
I've got this.
It's my turn.
I want the gun. There's a snail. Bruh. Did not think it would actually work, to be honest with you.
Turn.
Wait, I gotta make sure I always do this. I keep forgetting that I can analyze. You crow.
I can do this. Turn to flames.
I'm going to imagine this will allow me to get a follow-up, though. Never mind.
My turn.
I can hit all of them with this, though. Nice. Good. Analyze. Evil crow.
Here we go.
My turn.
That didn't do much. But she's got maxed out now. Death card go.
It's my turn.
Pierce.
Right.
My turn.
Now.
It's my turn. Now.
Triangle.
My turn. Is everybody okay?
I did it.
Level up. Level up.
The advantage is ours.
Here we go.
There's a tomato. The tomato yet lives.
Right.
The Tamartian. The demon. It still breathes.
Of course.
It missed. Probably gonna be impossible to hit that thing, isn't it? I'm gonna hit this. I want to see it anyways. I skipped it on accident. Well, we're not seeing it yet. Whoopsie daisy.
My turn.
Right.
Too slow. Okay.
Oh, that was easy. Bunch of Sepith. I'm still upset. If we kept following this road, we'd eventually wind back up in Trista.
I think I'll pass on going all the way back there on foot, thanks.
Why not? The bracers do it all the time. Why not us?
Oh, treasure chest.
Right.
I've got this.
Right.
Okay, I wanted to see if I could get advantage with anybody, but no. Keep analyzing.
It's my turn.
Lullaby.
Right.
No one got hit by the lullaby.
I can do this. Now.
Here.
Go.
Right.
Right.
Miss.
My turn. Okay.
It's a treasure chest.
EV1. Okay. I'm still gonna hold out hope that maybe another game can bring him back. Please. Anyways, chords. I can hold off on that for now, although it would probably be best to give it to you, now that I think about it. Maybe later, though. Run away from the scary evil bird.
Now's our chance. We can do this.
I can do this. Go!
Kill it.
Right.
Of course.
Right!
My turn.
That did no damage. Kill it, please.
My turn.
My turn.
That hit confuse.
Arcus activate.
I'm gonna just try and hit it with arts. This thing sucks.
Alright, let's keep on. I did it!
Blessed Arrow. Recovery set, area, heal, and plus 40 CP. Fires a blessed arrow into the area, healing allies in an area. Okay, so this is like, this makes me think of, Ellie's, move that she had.
I've only.
Okay. I'll need to do a lot of farming if I want to get, like, equipment and stuff like that.
The advantage is ours.
My turn.
I need to scan these guys. Kill them, though.
Right.
My turn.
Here we go.
Can I scan them first?
Arcus, activate.
I can do this.
My turn.
Right.
Alright. Now we're good.
Keep going.
I want to fight all the enemies here.
The advantage is ours.
Here we go.
Weak to earth and wind.
It's my turn.
This is space, right?
Let's.
Of course. Now.
Got it.
Send you up.
Go.
Right.
Bruh.
All right.
Got him.
Now's the chance. Let's. Here we go.
It's my turn. Now!
Pierce.
Right.
My turn.
My turn.
It's my turn. Go!
Pierce.
My turn. Is everybody?
I do like the link system a lot, though. Feels satisfying. How'd I run? That wolf is blocking the way. Is this a tutorial? Okay, I was about to say. It's not moving, so I'm gonna have to assume it's a tutorial.
Looks like we're not getting past here while that thing's around. I don't think it'll go down without a fight.
No doubt. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna let us sneak up on it from behind.
That does pose a problem then. We're left with no choice but to overwhelm it through sheer force.
Laura's able to use an S-Craft, which is a more powerful sort of craft. S-Craft require over 100 CP and can be used at any time, irrespective of battle order, by consuming all the user's remaining CP. Here we go! I want to see what yours looks like. At least 100 CP is required to use an S-Craft, and their strength is boosted if used at 200. By pressing the triangle in the direction pad in the battle, you can have a character or perform an S-Craft even if it isn't their turn. It gets even brighter if it's at 200. Okay.
Go.
Radiant Dance. Most I can do is hit 4 of them.
Behold.
Do
its powerful strike. Radiant Blade Dance.
Strike! Wow.
Go.
Nice! Very handy move.
Right.
Right!
Now,
My turn.
It's my turn.
I didn't even see what that was.
Amazing.
Laura really is the strongest student in our year, huh?
Our side style combat is even more impressive in person than I'd imagined.
I appreciate the compliment, but I've still got a long way to go before I'm fully proficient in this technique. I'm also quite confident the rest of you are fully capable of.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing. We still have much work to do. Come, we should be moving on.
You're right.
S-crafts are special crafts which deal immense damage but consume all of their user's CP in the process. At least 100 CP is required to use an S-craft, though its power is amplified when the user has 200 CP available. S-crafts can be used instantly by pressing the triangle button, blah blah blah. S-break's highly available when used at the right time, interacting enemies, stealing AT bonuses. Unlike normal attacks, S-crafts are not capable of unbalancing enemies. Really? This is also true on critical turns, so determining when best to use S-crafts and S-break could prove crucial to victory. Remember, each member of Class 7 will acquire his or her own S-craft at different point in the story. I also did not see what do you get? Detector. Analysis on one foe and lowers their balance. Okay, thank you. That's actually really handy. No one else has theirs yet, though. Explore this area now. Turn around, stupid bird. Gotcha.
The advantage is ours.
My turn.
It's my turn. Now.
Seriously.
Right. My turn.
Damn it.
Here we go.
Right.
Damn
My
it.
turn.
Damn it.
Of
Damn it.
course.
Help.
We should keep going.
Chest back here.
It's a treasure chest.
Aqua Bleed. I'm still so depressed about the chest.
Fire! Fire!
Turn around, you thing.
Now's the chance. Let's go.
It's my turn.
I need to heal Breen.
My turn.
I've already detected these guys.
Of course.
Go. Go.
I'll
Kill.
got you.
Of course.
Right. Now.
Kill!
My turn. Not
Level
bad.
up. Earth Cleaver. Attacks at line medium and minus 50% movement. Splits the earth beneath the foe's feet and unbalanced 10% chance. Curia Balm. Feels so wrong. Oh, here's the orbital lamp we're supposed to fix up. Before we do that, I want to look up at the rest of this area.
Is this a farmhouse?
Used to be. Probably the one we have to go to, considering the quest icon on it. Hi there. Excuse me, would you happen to be Paul?
That's right. Who might you be? We're students from Thor's Military Academy. Father Zerbal requests that we come here to collect Imperial carrots. Oh, is that so? I'm pretty sure I set a batch aside for him. Can you wait a few minutes? Hey, sorry for the wait. Here you go.
Imperial carrots.
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen carrots this color before. Likewise, they certainly do seem nutritious, though.
Don't they? They're actually rare enough that people present them to the Imperial family as gifts. They're said to have medicinal properties on top of being nutritious, too. So make sure you're careful when carrying them back.
Understood.
Leave us. That should be everything we need, right?
Yeah, let's report back to Father Zerbal.
Ah, damn, I burned it again. Life's been rough ever since my daughter left for work. Come on, end of the month. Hurry up and come along so I can see her face again.
Whoop. I had a second. Of course, my guide. My guide keeps breaking.
Can't afford doing the laundry anymore, can I?
It's always been so busy during the harvest period, so I can't find time. Chores really are a pain.
Okie dokie.
where we are?
I don't know.
It says Lunaria Nature Park.
What's up this way? Ooh. Interesting. Hello. This area seems kind of different from anywhere else we've been so far.
Lunaria Nature Park, huh? Seems like a park and seems less like a park and more like a forest. Yeah, it really does feel a little out of the place. Sitting smack dab in the middle of the farmland as far as the eye can see. It may have had some religious significance in ages past. Perhaps it was a place where the animists of ancient times chose to enshrine the spirits of the forest. There's a place much like that in my hometown.
Yeah, there's one in mine too. Doesn't look like we're getting in though.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
We're travelers, merely passing through. And who might you be?
Park ranger's here. And as you can see, the park's off limits right now, so I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Off limits? Is there some construction work going on or something?
Something like that, yeah. But that's besides the point. It's off limits, so get lost. We got things to do here.
What's with the attitude? As uncouth as their warning may have been, we should still turn back. This area is indeed off limits. We're trespassing. Yeah, it's not like we have any urgent business here or anything.
Good point. Come on, let's go. Although, I must admit, something about this still feels a little off. I wonder if it's because they're not doing construction, but it's something Ouroboros related. Antidote, nice. What do we got? EB charge 2, alright. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. I'm going to heal. Can I heal out in the field? Yes, I can. It's nice to know that that's an option.
No, you don't. Stupid bird.
It's my turn.
It's my now.
Go! My turn! Right!
Bro.
Go!
Bro!
I can do.
My turn!
Stop missing! If I could remember the controls, that'd be pretty cool. Alright. Here we are.
It's supposed to be near a windmill in front of the nature park, right? This light doesn't appear to be working. Which means that's probably the one that Samus was referring to.
Probably. Let's check the number on it. B02. Yeah, this is the one.
Alright, then we must enter the code. Have to take care of our uninvited guests.
What? Monsters. Oh, hi.
Sure, I'll allow them. Guess those lights really work. We need to change that thing fast. Reen, can we entrust the task itself to you?
Sure thing. Rest of you, keep the monsters at bay while I make the switch.
And count us.
Okay, first things first, I need to input the code to open the maintenance hash. I'm pretty sure it was... I remember. It's 466515. 466515. That should do it. It opened. Now, let's get the new light in. Bingo. Thank you so much for the help. Looks like things have finally calmed down.
Thankfully, hard to believe how much a difference those things make.
You got that done in record time, Reen.
Yes, I was expecting the process to take much longer.
Well, it was a pretty simple procedure, since I wasn't being harried by monsters the whole time anyway.
Still, good job. And I guess that's a wrap. Yeah, now we just need to go report back to Samus.
Got a broken one. Alright, let's head back. Seems to be all we need to do here. Still fight some monsters along the way. I need as much experience. I need as much experience and Sepith as I can get my hands on.
It's my turn. Now.
Go! My turn! My turn! We should keep...
Nicely done.
Nothing. Gotcha.
Now's our chance.
Go!
It's my turn.
My turn!
Of course.
I want to see what this looks like.
Earth Cleaver! Yes!
I'll take you up!
Nice. Yeah,
Now's our chance.
My turn. Go!
I thought the music broke for a second.
Strike! My turn.
Here we go.
I can do now.
Got it.
Nice.
Fire, fire. Mint drop. Fire Sepith. I wonder how many... Sorry, I'm looking at something. Okay. Sorry about that. I was looking at something. Okay, now we can head over back to the... Why am I having trouble remembering? The Orbital Shop. We got your side quest done.
Hey there. I think the job's done.
It is. Allow us to give you a detailed report on it, too. Here's what happened.
We have the old orbit light here, too.
Here you go.
Thanks. I'll get this fixed up so it can be used again. Glad you're all safe over after dealing with those monsters, though.
They're hardly a threat. We did take the request up knowing it could be dangerous after all.
The Military Academy kids really are a tough group. Oh yeah, can't forget to give you a little your reward now, can't I?
Detection? Are you sure you can take one of your quartz?
Of course, you did some solid work, you know. Thanks for your help. Feel free to come along whenever you need to give your orbits a checkup.
First off, let me exchange all the Sepith masses I have. Needleshot Earth Lance summons lances of earth from below the ground. Frost Edge attacks enemies with blades of crystallized ice. Heat Wave, we already got that. Spark Arrow unleashes a line of lightning towards the enemy. Heals allies in an area with purifying breath. Evade and move, Soul Blur, action, cast. Golden Sphere attacks enemies with golden magic orbs. EP Cut, hit one. Luminous Ray unleashes a beam of lunar. Okay. I wonder if you can eventually upgrade slots. That'd be interesting. What about covers? Elisa, you need to equip yours. And Laura, you also need to equip yours. Rainford. Elisa Rainford. Let's see. I don't have any of these items because I need to buy them because you. But I want defensive items first. I feel like I need defensive items first. Well, I can definitely buy each of these. Why are you only allowing me? What was that? Okay, everyone's got better defensive shoes. I can't... Just barely actually can't buy everybody their stronger jacket. Or actually, hang on. We might be able to. Sell the leather shoes. We still don't have enough. Well, I guess for now we'll... Well... Whoops. I'll give a little bit of the, Wow, these give you nothing. The Sepith gives you nothing anymore, unless it's a Sepith mask. Jeez, oh Pete. Unless you're selling a Sepith mask, you get nothing for selling Sepith. Jeez, oh Pete. They really made it... so they really wanted you to just keep your Sepith and just sell the Sepith masses. I can feel it. There we go. And I'll sell all of these. Again, I'll probably do some farming later so that I can actually get, you know, better equipment and hopefully max out as much of the slots as I can. Or open up as much slots, I should say. If I can remember buttons, that'd be pretty cool. Okay, next up, turn in the quest for you, the father. Forgot about that, almost. Hello.
I see you've returned with the ingredients.
We have. Here you are, father. Here you go.
Please accept my thanks. Now I can get back to making medicine. I'd like you to accept these as well, as a token of my appreciation.
Deer bombs? Celestial bombs?
Thank you, Father. Did you happen to make these as well?
That's correct. There's not much of it, but it should come in handy.
Thank you for your concern.
We'll make good use of these.
Good luck with the remainder of your task, and may Adios' guidance be with you.
For the common gold. That just leaves the... That only leaves one quest remaining, right? Yeah, just the East Celtic Highway monster. Seems. Gonna check and see if there's any extra AP you can get here. Apparently not. Let me make sure. The guide also mentions things just to make sure you get all the items that you can apparently get. There's apparently something that you'll get during this side quest too, so... Alright, seems like we're all good. All we gotta do now is defeat that monster. Where's the east? West? East. Alright, East Celtic Celtic Highway.
This would be a really tranquil area, if not for the monsters.
Yeah, let's be careful.
I was wondering why I couldn't pick those up. It was the dialogue. Gotcha.
Now's our chance. We can do this.
Ripper squirrels. I still need to analyze you. I will leave that task to you.
Analyzing enemy attack.
Exacto. It's basically the same as Tio's. Same animation, I mean.
My turn.
My turn.
I can do this.
My turn. Now,
I'll
Right.
hold you up.
Go. That's the power.
Easy. Bro? I don't really understand how that actually counted, but I'll take it. Are you? Why is one of them bigger? Do you... I'm not crazy. One of them's just straight up bigger than the other.
Now's a chance.
I've got you. Right.
right.
Here we go.
My turn. Hey.
Got
You
it.
still have-
Very nice. Treasure. EP charge. Deer bomb. Space epith and an eye drop. Ground bait. Field.
My turn.
Right.
Wrong
we go.
button.
Right.
There we go. There's the East Highway farmhouse where we're supposed to go. Fast! Jeez, oh.
The advantage is
Here we go.
ours.
I can do this.
I didn't heal up EP. I was wondering, something felt wrong, and I couldn't put my finger on it. Oh yeah, it's the fact that I'm not prepared.
My turn.
Here we go.
Right. All right.
I did it.
All right.
Can I get a level up so I can heal up my stuff?
Is that a treasure chest?
God damn!
Advantage is ours.
Go. Now's a chance.
I've got right.
Kill!
All right. Let's.
It's a treasure chest.
Proxy puppet. Okie dokie. Hello.
The advantage is ours.
Go.
This is a single enemy.
All right. Let's.
Perish. I thought something dropped. Ah, there. This must be the farm that put out that monster extermination request.
Should we go inside and ask for more details?
Yeah, we might as well. Certainly better than just wandering around blindly until we find the thing.
Agreed. We're here, so we might now's a good a time as any to introduce ourselves and ingratiate ourselves to the locals, I guess.
Sure.
Hello.
Wow, this farmhouse is huge.
Oh, look at the cows.
Cows. Chicken. Chicken. Chicken.
Huh? What brings you here? If you're looking for my granddad, he's inside.
House stink, harvesting the crops is exhausting. Farm work's just worse. Why'd I have to be born to a family like this?
Well, excuse you.
There's a really scary monster that shows up near your highway. You can hear in the middle of the night, too. I'm too scared to sleep by myself at night. The fruit we produce is both deliciously fresh and healthy. You can even make the whole juice out of it, and it'll still just be as good for you. Here, have this recipe on how to do it.
Whole juice. Very nice. Hello, would you happen to be Cyro?
We're here to take care of the monster that's causing issues here. As such, we'd like for some further details on it.
Oh, so you are? I'm the man you're looking for then. Well, I did know that would be soon taken care of. I wasn't aware that you had the young ladies in your company. The rest of you are younger than I expected, too. Perhaps this request may be too dangerous for all of you.
Thank you for your concern. However, there's no need to worry. All of us here have combat experience already. Indeed, this all serves as part of my training too, so please allow us to undertake the request.
Well, if you insist. You'll come across a platoon of sorts if you proceed beyond here. That's where the monster tends to appear. It truly is a ferocious one, so much so that passing by the area is impossible as it attacks everything it sees. Do take extra care when approaching it.
Right. Being careless with this one doesn't seem like an option. We'll have to be thoroughly prepared for it. Allow us to make our way there once our preparations are complete then.
Yeah, let's give this everything we've got.
You'll come across plateau, yeah, do be careful.
Can I yoink anything else from your house? You hired thieves! Nothing. Probably looking more for like fishing spots, because I imagine there'd be fishing spots like here too.
My turn. My turn. Go.
I can do this.
My turn. My turn.
No.
Can I give you an AP charge? Ugh, could I also stop yawning? That'd be pretty cool.
Right. My turn.
Can I also remember the
It's my
controls?
turn.
Well, I see the monster we're looking for. Deer bomb. Gosh dang it. Gotcha.
The advantage is ours.
Go.
It's my turn.
Kill.
Now.
Of course.
Go. My turn.
Nothing. There is a chest over here, though. Antidote. HP 1. Okay. Ugh. I was actually wondering if I'd actually be able to grab that. I've already examined you.
My turn.
Right.
My turn.
Right.
My turn.
Kill.
We should keep going.
Black Scent, Mirage Shepheth. Reviving Balm. Itchy Shoulder. Gotcha.
Here we go.
Oh, it's a freaking Tomatarian.
I can do
Be
this.
gone, demon. Got it.
Of course.
My turn.
It's my turn.
Right.
Wow, that was easy. Force reach level 2. Impassion. 10 CP per enemy. And Canton. Sierra. Multiplied by 1.5 now.
Nicely done.
Very nice. Where's these go?
Ah, it's a treasure chest.
Earthlands.
Aurelia Fortress is in this direction, right? Though not for quite a ways. There's supposed to be a provincial army base called Twin Dragons Bridge between here and there too. We don't have any business at either location, however, and our time is limited. We should probably turn back.
Aurelia Fortress. That's where this game started, like that intro cutscene. It was in Aurelia Fortress, right? Pretty sure it was with the Twin Dragon, with the 2 tanks. Speaking of which, I never actually checked what was this way. What is this way?
If we continue traveling south from here, we'd eventually reach Berehard.
It's pretty far off our study area, though. We should turn back. Okay, just wanted to check. I won't fight any extra enemies as a result. As tempting as it is. Bro. Oh, found our monster, and it's certainly a unique looking one. Also, that was terrifying, that warning sign.
Is that the monster we're looking for?
It's a dinosaur.
It certainly seems to be. It looks pretty tough. What should we do?
We don't really have a choice, do we? We have to kill it. It's causing problems for the farmers. Everyone, double check our equipment. We might need to be prepared for whatever this thing might throw at us.
Understood. Right.
I guess swap Needle Shot for Earth Lance, probably. Shows where mini-maps are. Oh, and this increases ATS as well. Interesting. Well, if you're gonna increase my ATS, I'm not opposed to you replacing... Yeah, okay. That's terrifying. We can't actually, like, ambush this thing, can we? No.
This looks tough.
Here we go!
Here we go. There.
Oh my god.
Right. Analyzing enemy attack
Detected.
patterns.
So, what are we dealing with here?
Analysis complete.
Scary dinosaur, a ferocious lizard monster, releases sound waves by vibrating its dorsal fin, then crushes prey with its teeth. Weak to water-based arts. Don't bother with burn or sleep. Or vanish, but everything else is good to go.
My turn.
In that case, seal.
Shatter. Now.
Okay, together.
It's my turn. Turn
This
to
song is so
flames.
awesome, by the way. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. Your sound wave. Ow.
Right.
I can't help out. I can't help out Reen.
Arcus activate.
Water! That did a lot of damage. I'm gonna try this. Earth Cleaver! Alright, keep this moving
I can
down.
do this. Turn to flames.
Fire!
Burn.
Back up. Actually hit it with burn.
Here we go.
Got him up! Slash! Together!
I got you!
Arcus activate.
Water! Fire!
Of course. Shatter!
Armor breaker!
Off guard.
Together!
I'll pick you up.
Right!
Sealed for a turn.
Turn to flames!
Fire! Burn!
Burn!
My turn.
Actually hit with burn. This thing's gonna hit with everything.
My turn.
More water!
Ha!
It's my
Can't do
turn.
anything.
Turn to flames!
Burn!
Burn!
My turn.
Let's end this. See ya!
Okay, it's safe.
Ooh! Nice.
Very nice. Takes care of that. That was a lot of fun.
I don't know how we did, but we won. It would have been even tougher if not for the power of our combat links. Hate to admit, Arcus does seem to have a lot of potential.
You hate to admit it. Why?
Never mind that. We should go tell the people at the farm that we took care of the monster they reported.
Oh, yeah.
I hope they're pleased.
What? Is something wrong, Laura?
No, it's nothing.
I wonder, does she notice that we're probably being watched? I get the feeling it's probably Blue Blanc, assuming my assumption on who that is correct. Again, I can't see as anyone other than Blue Blanc. The way that that hair looked, and the way that they referred to somebody as, oh, nickname, I can only imagine. There's only one person I can think of in the series that would do that, and it would be Blue Blanc. Of all the characters, I have to say, of all the characters to actually be, like, first to be introduced in this game that are returning from other games, it's funny that the first two is first Olivier. I guess that makes sense, but it's still funny because Olivier is Olivier. So even if it makes sense, I'm still going to laugh about it because Olivier's funny. But the second person that we end up seeing is freaking Blue Blanc. That's even more hilarious. I'm not complaining. I think it's awesome because I like Blue Blanc. But damn if it isn't funny. Oh, what the... Huh. So the game's making it so I can't actually attack him with my weapon here. But I swear, I remember when I first walked in here, I almost shot a chicken. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm almost positive that I was able to attack in here before, but for some reason now the game's saying no, now's not, now's now. Okay, sorry, I was looking at some.
Oh, I assume you've taken care of that monster.
That's correct.
Thank goodness. Thank you so much. Now we'll finally begin harvesting again. I'll have to let the family know right away.
You're welcome. I found myself surprised at how close this area is to Celtic, however. Would have been much quicker to make a request to the provincial army instead.
Well, it is admittedly close, but this area, and Celtic as a whole really, is on the very outskirts of the Carusian province. As such, the provincial army isn't very interested in aiding us.
Ah, yeah, it's not too hard to believe, considering their attitude earlier.
That certainly doesn't sit well with me.
I probably shouldn't say any more on the matter. However, I do still owe you all a reward for this. Please take these.
Eggs, strawberries, starberry, sorry, honey syrup, rock salt. That's really generous. Can we really have this much?
Of course. We've got enough to last us here as it is. For all your help, it's the least I can do. Hope you enjoy them.
You look great. Thank you. You don't get much fresher than this. I look forward to digging in. I'm rather envious that you have the opportunity to eat such delicious food every day.
That's one of the benefits of being a farmer. Unfortunately, it's not all good. Things have been getting tougher lately, seeing as how goods are being imported so cheaply nowadays.
Huh. Wasn't aware of that.
Importing becomes a much easier task now thanks to the transcontinental railroad and international flights. Furthermore, more and more goods can now be legally imported as a result of the rising population.
Come think of it, I have noticed an increase in cheaper ingredients lately.
Oh, my apologies. I shouldn't be wasting your time with all this. Regardless, you all have my thanks for today. Now we can move on to harvesting without any worries.
I'll also thank you too. We actually learned a lot from doing this request.
Feel free to get in touch should anything else come up.
Alright. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, guess that does it for all the mandatory tests. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pooped. Same, I don't venture out onto the highways very often. The two of you seem okay, though.
Well, my hometown is in the countryside, so I'm kind of used to this. And with all the training Laura does, I imagine this is probably nothing for her.
Indeed, I find this level of exercise to be quite manageable. However... What is it? No, I'm sure it's nothing. I believe we should return to the inn now, should we not?
Yeah, let's. I'm guessing Instructor Sarah's still there. We can give her a report and also ask her a bit more about the purpose behind these field studies.
That would definitely be good to know. She hasn't told us anything about what's happening tomorrow either. Alright then, let's head back to town.
So apparently, the guide here mentions that if you go into the inn at this point and have dinner, then it ends the day in-game day. However, what we should be doing is not that, because there is a hidden quest available. Indeed, a hidden quest. Whoop.
Don't give crap. Hey.
What's going on?
Sounds like something's happening over at the market. There appears to be some manner of disputes occurring. Wonder what's up? Should we go take a look?
Yeah, let's go and see. I'm gonna save.
Don't give me that crap. This is my spot. I paid for it, so it's mine. I'm the one who paid for this spot. Look, I even got the permit for it, so stop lying to me and vamos.
What is happening? May I ask what the problem is? Perhaps we can help in some way.
There seems to be some question over which these two gentlemen gets control of this area to set up this stall. The young merchant over there is local, while that merchant wearing the suit is from the capital. So they're both claiming the same spot. How odd. Permits for the market are issued by the province's ruling lord. Oh, so for Celtic that would be...
Uh-oh. This isn't good.
We must stop them.
Stop.
Who are you?
Enough.
Me at once.
I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, but violence isn't going to solve anything.
You both need to calm yourselves. You've been worked into a rage.
Who are you, high schoolers? What are you, high schoolers? This has nothing to do with you meddling kids. We're having a mature discussion here, and I'll thank you not to interfere.
Since when has grabbing a person by the neck been considered mature? If you truly intend to have a mature discussion, perhaps you should try acting more like adults.
What'd you say to me?
We're students from Thor's Military Academy. We're currently visiting this town on a field study.
And while we're not yet formal members of the army, I'm afraid we cannot simply walk by and ignore a fight in such a public place.
Military Academy? So they're a bunch of soldiers in training. What on Ios's name is happening here?
Who? Old man? You. Hi.
Oh, look what you've done. Master Otto. I've been filled on what happened. I understand both of you have a permit for the same stall, is that correct? Yeah. And both permits expire at the same time too. What's the meaning of this? I understand your concerns, but fighting over it is greatly inconveniencing the other customers. I'll be happy to discuss the matter in private, but I'll need to ask to both of you to put your differences aside until it's been resolved. Okay. I guess.
Well, that was a close one. Seems like everything's gonna be fine now, though.
Yeah, I guess he's the guy in charge.
I really appreciate the four of you stepping in to help defuse the situation. Though I should expect no less from the infamous Class 7 I've heard so much about.
How do you... Oh?
How do you know about Class 7?
My name is Otto. I'm the manager at Celtic Grand Market. I have some things to discuss with you if you'd be so kind as to come along. I'll treat you to some tea.
Well, sucks for you. So you were responsible for choosing our assignments. Oh, really? It's you. Huh. Interesting.
Indeed. Principal Van Dyck is an old friend of mine, you see. He asked me to personally select a few tasks that you might be able to complete.
Well, that was nice of him. We appreciate your consideration as well.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. Likewise, I'm grateful to you for taking some troublesome tasks off my hand. And I can't thank you enough for your help in the market. If you hadn't been there, I imagine someone would have wound up getting hurt.
I'm just glad we got there when we did.
So both merchants will be taking turns using the same stall at the front of the market?
That's right. Both their permits are genuine, but their merchandise and temperaments don't lend themselves to sharing a space. Eventually, they agreed to a compromise where they would each make use of the front stall on alternate weeks. Our stall we reserved is near the back of the market, however, so whoever's relegated there would like to see far lower sales numbers.
That's better than nothing, I guess, but still really unfortunate. I must admit, I do find this whole matter rather perplexing. To my knowledge, the issuing of market permits is the sole responsibility of each province's ruling lord. For a mistake such as this to have been made in the first place raises some rather unpleasant questions.
That's true. It's the Lord's duty to control the flow of goods. If he can't handle it, the local economy could really suffer.
Quite right. Ordinarily, that responsibility would fall on the Duke's household.
The Duke? The Crews in the province is ruled by Duke Alberea.
One of the four most powerful nobles in the entire country. But lately, the situation surrounding the Duke's household has been getting a bit, complicated.
Complicated?
A few months ago, he increased the sales tax for our market rather significantly. And with a larger percentage of their profits being taken from him, the merchants have begun to get rather desperate. Fights like the one you saw earlier are becoming more and more commonplace.
I see.
Sales tax is something which should not be raised without careful consideration. History has shown us how damaging such actions can be. I've never heard anything like that happening in the capital. Have you tried raising objections to the increase?
Of course. I've even gone to Berea numerous times to petition the Duke personally. They always just drive me away from the gate without listening to a word I have to say. This has been going on for roughly 2 months now.
If that's the case, the mix-up with the permits may be more than just an accident.
Are you suggesting they might be getting careless when dealing with the market? Or maybe they're deliberately trying to cause problems?
I don't think it's a good idea to jump to conclusions. But I will say that before all this began, the soldiers in the guardhouse absolutely would have intervened in a scuffle like that.
Oh? Unlike the Imperial Army, a provincial army's main priority is maintaining the status quo throughout their territory. So mediating arguments which threaten that status quo, which should absolutely fall within the scope of their duties.
Correct. It seems that unless we accept this tax increase, they intend to turn a blind eye to the market. The commanding officer of the guardhouse has even made a comment suggesting as such.
That's not right at all.
What's going on then? What's up with this whole... What's going on here? Why does sudden change?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be talking about matters like this with you. This is strictly an internal affair to be dealt with among us merchants. You have no reason to concern yourselves with it. You need to be focused on your field study. And I'll have a new list attached for you tomorrow morning as well.
You will?
So you were asked to prepare some for each day of our visit then?
That's right. I got a few difficult ones in mind too, but I'm sure you're up for them. Or at least I hope you are.
Don't worry, we are. We'll do our very best to meet your expectations.
Alright, let's head out. So,
that all sounds really unfair.
Yeah, I agree.
Provincial lords have the duty and the right to decide upon and collect taxes in the regions they control. As long as that remains the case, there's not really much the general populace can do to stand against them. I'm reluctant to comment on others choose to rule their own territories. Harassing one's people like this seems clearly inappropriate. I've heard many rumors about the current head of the House Alberea.
The current head is Eustace's dad, right? So, couldn't we ask Eustace for some help here?
I doubt there's anything he could do. Among the nobility, decisions made by the head of the house are absolute. And since the Albereas represent one of the 4 great houses, that old tradition is absolutely guaranteed to be alive and well.
The Emperor himself is probably the only one with more power than the heads of the 4 great houses.
Guess that's no then.
I see you're all busy mulling things over. Excellent, excellent, too.
I should have guessed.
Hi.
Instructor Sarah.
What brings you here? I figured it was about time for me to get going. Group B's not getting anything done as expected, so I'm off to help sort them out.
Of course they are.
What?
You're going to see Group B now?
The town of Parma is a considerable distance from here. Now, let me worry about that. You 4 are perfectly capable of looking after yourselves. Anyway, right? Put your heads together and think it, and I'm certain you'll see what you need to do.
There is definitely more to her than she's letting on.
Adios to be with you. I'll be looking forward to your report.
Assuming Blue Blanc was talking about her, then she's got some sort of connection with Ouroboros. Or at the very least, she has some sort of connection with Blue Blanc, at the very least. Purple Lightning. That's what that guy called him. Again, I'm assuming it's Blue Blanc. I can't imagine that guy was anyone else but Blue Blanc. So I'm just going to go ahead and call him Blue Blanc. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But Blue Blanc called her Purple Lightning. You know, thinking about it, at the very beginning of the game, Instructor Sarah was actually a party member. At the very beginning of the game, during that little future vision, or during that little vision of the future that we got to see, or peek at the future. But, there's a lot more to her than she's letting on. But just what is her relationship to Blue Blanc or even Ouroboros? I can't believe it.
It's as though she knows exactly what's going on. Even though she spent the whole day drinking at the inn. Can she remind her something?
I think even Laura realizes how strange this is.
I suggest we turn to our rooms and rest for the night in any case. We still have our reports to write, so an early dinner seems wise.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm so tired.
Me too. I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep at the dinner table without even making it to my bed.
We do not actually want to head to the inn just yet. We need to go back to the market, and there's a hidden quest we can now do. And apparently it's one that's related to doing some sort of, like, question answering, I guess, so... Is it you? Not you. You.
Alright, troops. How's it going? Are you?
Oh, it's you.
Are you much food here?
For the most part, yes.
It's serving as a reminder that we still have quite the ways to go. However, we have every intention of making the most out of this experience.
That's what I like to hear. I'm actually about to get started on our evening sale here, so I'll give you a wee discount if... Wait a minute. I think I just had a belter of an idea.
What might that be?
I know you all be tired after your hard work today, but any of you fancy having a wee go around the store for a bit?
Are you sure?
Oh, it's fine. This line works all about having the skills to negotiate well, so it'll be some good experience for y'all. So, how about it?
It's certainly an interesting proposal.
I'm doing it.
And if you're willing to let us do it, then I don't see why not.
Good to hear. Let's get started right away then. I mentioned I was about to get a start on our evening sale, didn't I? It might be a wee bit tough, but I'd like you to handle it.
Does sound kind of rough.
The idea behind it is simple enough at least. All you need to do is give appropriate discounts to make a sale. The amount of your discount varies, but sometimes you'll be talking up to half price.
Half price? That's a lot. Is it even possible to make a profit by doing that?
It doesn't always work out. I've even went into the red a few times, ain't it? But even then, I still think doing it is worth it. While
worthwhile even enough to even send yourself into the red.
My personal philosophy is that the amount of sales you make is more important than how much you make. The more sales you make, the more happy customers you got. And if you got more and more customers walking away happy, then your store's gonna have a good reputation. So basically, it all ends up benefiting you in the long run.
I see where you're coming from there.
There's nothing to say that I'm 100% correct. Oh, I meant to say, how do y'all feel about handling the store specials separately at different times?
I'm okay with it, but any particular reason why?
There's no harm in competing with each other, is there? They can be each other's rivals and try as hard as you can to win.
That does seem like an effective way to motivate oneself. I don't know about you guys, but sales aren't exactly my forte. Guess I'll take it as a learning experience. That sounds like it'll be fun, though. Can I ask if there's any specific guidelines when it comes to giving discounts, though? I assume how much of a discount you can offer differs based on the type of goods being sold.
Spot on. I've split everything up into fresh goods and processed goods. Fresh goods speak for themselves, really. You want to get them sold out as quick as you can. That being said, you're free to make these up to half price if it comes to it, just so we can get them all sold. Processed goods will never expire like fresh ones, though, so there's no point in discounting them too much. You can either just sell them at full price, so 20% off is the max you should go.
So fresh goods can be sold for as much as 50% off, while processed goods can only be sold up to 20% off. Got it.
Here's hoping I remember that.
Don't be shy to bump prices up a wee bit either. Decide when the best time to do that is all up to you, lot.
One can assume doing so all depends on how well we can negotiate with each customer, then.
Aye. Now that's all sorted, let's get started. It doesn't matter which order you go in, but how about you go first?
That's fine with me.
That sells it. Let's see what you're made of then, Rean. I wish you luck.
Thanks. Here's hoping it goes well. A day as a merchant. There is apparently a set answers that are specifically correct. Welcome, welcome! Currently in the middle of our evening sale.
He's more of a natural than I would have guessed.
You'll bring your customers with guts like that.
Oh, I don't think I could put myself out there like that. I'm rather worried myself. Oh, his first customer has arrived. Oh, are you working here part-time? I almost thought you were a pro with a voice like that.
Oh, thank you.
By the way, do you have any tomatoes? I need some for tonight's dinner, you see.
We actually do have some. How many are you looking for?
I think 5 should do for now. There seems to be a sale going on at the moment too, so how much would that end up being?
It's 10 mira per tomato, and I can give her up to half off because they're fresh goods. How much should I sell them for in total? I'll do 35 in total. Oh. Yeah. 5 tomatoes would usually go for 50 mira, but I can offer you then for 35 mira instead. How's that sound?
Sounds fine. I'll take them.
Thank you for your purchase.
Seems like he's made for sale. Indeed. It appears to have gone rather smoothly, too. Oh, here's another customer.
A sale, is it? That sounds interesting. We're offering discounts on all our goods, so feel free to have a look. I assume that applies to this wine as well? Of course. Wine doesn't fall under fresh goods, so... I'll do 900 mira. How's 900 mira sound?
You sure you can't do better than that?
I'll include some cheese for 20% off. How about this? If you buy now, I'll include this cheese for 20% off.
Oh, that's an interesting offer. Cheese accompanies wine rather well, too, so allow me to take you up on that.
Thank you for your purchase. It went well, pretty well.
Another successful sale for him. Seems like he got into the swing of things.
I look forward to hearing about how much he sold it for.
Here's another customer. Oh, evening sales finally started. What happened to Limon?
He's left me in charge for a bit. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Mom asked me to get some stuff for dinner. How much are you selling cabbages for? I need 3, but she told me to buy a mixture if they're cheap.
It's 20 mirror per cabbage, and they fall under fresh goods, so... Tell you what. I'll sell you 6 for 60 mirror. Yeah. I'll sell you 6 for 60 mirror. 3 would normally cost 60 mirror, but the 6 for that same price sound good.
So I get double the amount for free? I'm sure my mom will be happy to hear that. Can I have them then?
Of course. Thank you for your purchase. And thus Reen's turn came to an end, and the others were given a chance to try their hand at merchantry.
Right, you all had your turns then. Good job, troops.
We owe you our thanks for giving us an opportunity to experience this.
I agree. I'm sure experience like this will come in handy down the line.
Hey, glad to hear it. A lot of you did well too, considering it was your first time. It's pretty interesting seeing how your personalities affected your results too.
Speaking of which, how did we all do in the end?
Well, you had the least amount of sales out of everyone, Elliot. You did manage to make a fair amount, though. That also means you didn't really offer that much of a discount. You had to be more aggressive, really.
Sorry about that.
Next up is Laura. You were a wee bit too generous with the discounts. Making lots of sales is good, but you still have to consider how much you're making from them, too.
Understood. My thanks for the advice.
Next up is Reen. You end up doing really well in both the number of sales and how much you made. I'm pretty impressed, honestly. With a bit more experience, you could become a fine merchant.
You think so?
I guess we discovered another one of Reen's hidden talents. Well done, Reen. Being told this by someone with experience here really is impressive.
And finally, Elisa. You wouldn't happen to have some prior experience, would you?
Not really, no.
Really is amazing, then. I have to be honest here, you almost managed to sell as much and make as much as I normally do. You even got a unique style that brings the customers in, so there really isn't any advice for me to give you.
It's quite the evaluation.
I think that's a bit of an exaggeration. So Lisa has the skill to potentially become a successful merchant then? To admit that I'm a bit surprised.
I didn't expect her to be so skilled either. Do any of your relatives happen to be involved in this line of work?
Not that I know of, no.
Well, either way, today ended up being pretty interesting, thanks to you lot. Here, take this. You waited for the day. You made some good money, too. So, yeah, a wee bonus.
Marble brace. Thank you very much.
Are you sure?
No danger. Y'all earned it. I'll catch y'all later. And
so apparently, that should have given me an extra 2 AP by making the choices that I did, apparently, according to this guide I got. We'll have to wait until we turn it in, though, unfortunately, to actually see the results, if that's true or not. But for now, let's go ahead and head back to the inn. And where's the inn? Is this the inn? No. Where's the inn? There it is. Let's return to the inn. Do. Closed up. I'm waiting for that card to arrive. The Blue Blanc card. We are going to steal... Blue Blanc's about to steal the entire market. You're just going to wake up in the morning and the entire section of land is just gone.
Those are some seriously fresh vegetables, too.
Yeah, nothing beats food made from local ingredients.
I quite enjoyed the rye bread myself.
I suppose this whole field study thing isn't so bad when you take the menu into account.
Nice.
I wonder what the others in Group B are doing right now.
Probably not much, considering the only 2 serious people in that group are Gaius and Emma.
Somehow, I doubt they're sitting around a table and talking like we are.
That would certainly be a shock if they were. I can't help but question what exactly Class 7's purpose is, though.
Yeah.
Instructor Sarah says it's about Arcus, but I don't think that's the only reason we've been brought together.
I'm certain it's not.
Yeah.
If that were all, today's field study tasks would serve little purpose.
It seems as though she's trying to make us experience... I don't know. Things. Like all kinds of things, big and small. What I can't wrap my head around, though, is why.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along.
What do we have to offer one another, when our reasons for enrolling at Thor's in the first place are undoubtedly very different?
Our reasons?
I hadn't considered that.
My reason for enrolling was quite simple. I aim to come ever closer to my goal. Or rather, to the person whom I regard as such.
Really?
Who's that?
This is neither the time nor the place to discuss such matters. Best to save that topic for another day.
If you say so.
What about you, Elisa? Why did you enroll at the academy?
There's no one single reason, but I think I just wanted to assert my independence. I mean, my situation back at home isn't exactly ideal, and this seemed like a good way to get out and do more, I guess.
I see.
It sounds like I'm probably in the minority then.
Elliot, what are
See,
you?
I wasn't intending on coming here at all originally. I wanted to do something completely different.
I remember you telling us this, actually.
You did?
Oh yeah, you said you were really hoping you'd get into a music academy, right?
Oh?
Well, I wasn't that serious about it or anything. What about you, Reen? You're the last holdout, and since you're the one who brought it up, it's only fair you answer the question too.
Me? I wanted to find myself, I guess.
Find yourself?
Huh?
Sorry. That makes it sound like a much bigger deal than it actually is. That's the best way I can think of to put it, though.
Nothing wrong with that. Going on a journey of self-discovery? It's actually a pretty cool answer.
Yeah, I had no idea you were such a romanticist. You sure don't come across as one.
Thank you,
I
Elisa.
shouldn't have said anything.
Huh?
So, you want me to wake you up at 6 tomorrow, right?
Yes, please. We only have until tomorrow evening, so we need to get an early start.
We really appreciate it. Not a problem at all. Have a good night.
Good night.
But we're not actually going to sleep yet, are we? Not until we write our reports for the day.
I want to shut off my brain so badly right now, but it doesn't look like that's happening anytime soon.
That's just a mood.
She seems to have forgotten all about the room situation, and I'm not about to remind her.
Fair enough.
Reen?
Laura? What's up?
What is it?
I was unsure whether to ask or not, but I've decided that this question bears answering. Why
Yeah?
have you chosen to hold back?
What? Hold back.
What?
Your sword style and technique.
Oh. She probably recognizes it. It's the same thing I'm thinking, isn't it? He knows way too much about sword stuff. And again, I'm still convinced that Reen's probably like using the same kind of sword style that Anlace, Arios, and Cassius all use. Like going to that same like school style or whatever.
It is the 8 leaves, 1 blade skill.
Yes!
Is it not?
I knew it! It is the 8 leaves, 1 blade.
Popularized by the sword hermit, Yun Ka-Fai, it combines the best elements of other Eastern sword styles.
It is the same kind of style that all those other 3 I mentioned use.
Those who master any of its forms are referred to as a divine blade, and are said to understand the true nature of all things.
So Reen could also be a divine blade.
You certainly know an awful lot about it. I didn't think it was particularly renowned here in the Empire.
We of the Arseid School consider the studying of other swordsmanship styles to be an essential part of our training. In addition, my father once told me, if you follow the path of the sword, it is only a matter of time before you encounter a follower of the 8 leaves.
Well, hi.
Your father said that? It's an honor to be acknowledged by the Radiant Blade Master himself. I'm nothing special, though. I'm just a dropout who's never even been able to progress past beginner level.
Really?
I did train under Master Ka-Fai for a while, but I started to feel like I couldn't go any further with my abilities, and he cut my training short.
Really?
What?
So I'm really not holding back. Honest, I actually kind of feel like I'm dirtying the good name of the 8 Leaf School, in fact. But this is my limit. I'm sorry I can't quite live up to your expectations. Laura?
You have no reason to apologize to me. This is a matter you must come to terms with on your own. Though I'll admit to some disappointment. I was hoping you'd prove to be a good sparring partner. I'm going to practice outside for a bit. Please go and finish your report with Elisa and Elliot.
Alright.
There's a lot he doesn't want to talk about, huh? I can see in his eyes sometimes that he's bottling something up and trying really hard to keep anyone else from noticing.
Really?
You've noticed it too? You sure have taken quite an interest in him.
I was just trying to work out the best time to apologize, that's all.
You've already apologized.
It's not like I've been consciously paying attention to him or anything, honestly.
Reen's not the only one bottling up his feelings, though, is he? You've been doing the same thing.
I feel like a lot of Class 7's doing it.
Yeah, I guess I have.
A lot of Class 7 is special in their own ways. Okay, we got 2 extra points as the day as a merchant
Drinks
thing.
on me someday.
No. Stop being an alcoholic.
Here are your tasks for the day. The market manager left them with me.
Thank you. Here we go. What do we got? Day 2. Only 2 this time. Lost wallet. They're both unnecessary technically though. Lost wallet. Yesterday I found a wallet on the floor in the front of my stall. Would someone be willing to find its owner for me? See me at my ceramic stall and I'll tell you more. Lizzie. West Celtic Highway Monster. A large ferocious monster has been sighted on the West Celtic Keldic. I keep saying whatever. You'd be happier if someone took it out. Zwarder. Location stone bridge leading to Heimdall on the West Celtic Highway.
Even fewer than yesterday. Maybe he gave us less work to do. Because he knew we were going back to Trista today. Sounds about right. He is a very considerate man. Last train headed your way leaves here around 9 tonight. You get those done quickly enough, you can have dinner here before you leave.
Thank you very much.
We greatly appreciate your kindness. Shall we get started then? Sounds good. It looks like today's tasks are all optional.
Hey Laura, I wanted to apologize for what I said to you yesterday evening.
Reen. As I told you then, this is a matter you must come to terms with on your own. It is not something for which an apology is required.
That's not really what I mean. I want to apologize for making light of the Way of the Sword. What I said about being a dropout who's never been able to progress past beginner level was disrespectful. To Master Kafai, to the school I follow, and to the Path of the Sword itself. For those reasons, I feel it was inappropriate of me to say what I said. So, I'm sorry.
If that's the case, then there is one other person you should be apologizing to as well. I can't pretend to know much about your personal circumstances, but regardless of one's background or social standing, you should always be able to live with pride in him or herself. Thus, if you truly did make light of yourself and your own abilities, that is an act of shame for which you owe yourself recompense. Let me ask you a question, Reen. Do you like the Path of the Sword?
It's not really a matter of liking it or disliking it, I don't think. It's part of my life, an inseparable part of who I am.
That's all I wanted to hear. I feel exactly the same way.
Laura.
So you two are friends again then?
Were we not? There was never any rift between us that I knew about.
Indeed. This is all handled rather neatly, I felt. You both are so simple-minded. I feel like an idiot spending so much time trying to devise a plan to get the two of you to make up.
What? Whoa, you did what now?
It would seem we've caused you undue concern. Geez, can we all just forget about this and move on? Looks like the ground's dried after the rainfall, so to speak. Glad to see you all looking a bit less gloomy. Margot, we got trouble. Big trouble.
Who?
Slow down, Luis. It's first thing in the morning and you're poised to wake the dead. You're making such a commotion. Where have you been anyway? You're late. I'm sorry, I just got caught up on the way here. But never mind that, we have big trouble. Something terrible happened over at the market. Something terrible, you say? What terrible thing has happened exactly? Well, it sounds like it actually took place last night. 2 of the stalls over the market were destroyed and all their merchandise was stolen.
Jeez, this smells terrible indeed.
A robbery? Oh my. I suppose that means the market might be opening late today. Which means we could end up with more customers as people wait here for resolution. Luis, let's get this place ready. You got it.
Sounds like we need to investigate.
As for you four, this is our problem, not yours. You just focus on your field study and leave this incident to us locals. You have your own tasks to worry about after all.
Of course.
We'll be back later. Thanks again.
Okay, we are not gonna listen. Our asses are not listening.
What should we do?
I have to admit, I'm curious.
It's not far, so you might as well just go take a look.
Alright, let's take a slight detour and see what's happening at the market then. So 2 markets were... So 2 of them were destroyed? I'm just gonna make sure. Alright, let's see what's going on.
I'm sorry. The Grand Market isn't quite open for business yet. Oh, it's the students from yesterday.
Good morning.
Opening late today after all, I see.
I'm afraid so. Guess you already know about the robbery yesterday, huh? The 2 merchants who stole from the store are still arguing about it. Bastard! You're going to get away with this!
I think I saw it. It's the 2 same...
Oh no, not them.
It's them again, yep.
The manager came by and tried to break them up, but it doesn't seem to be having much luck. I hope no one ends up getting hurt.
What should we do, Rean?
Maybe we could try talking to them?
Considering everything that happened yesterday, you might just be the cavalry we need right now. Would you mind?
Not at all.
Let's go.
Alright, stop. Not again.
How dare you destroy my store, you damned coward! I knew you country folk weren't to be trusted! Who else could it have been? Just come clean in a minute already! Who you call a coward, you high Dorian snob? You're the one who won my fall for yourself!
Calm down, gentlemen, please.
Playing all innocent trying to paint me as a bad guy here? You make me sick! What do you say we sell this right here now?
Bring it on!
Hold it!
Stop! You idiots! Class 7!
You kids again! Keep your noses out of this! I'm gonna make a pay for smashing my stall!
Smashing?
Yeah, you're right. Stalls are destroyed. What happened here?
Wow, they really are completely ruined. This is awful. However, harming one another is not going to bring them back. In the end, they will still be smashed, and you will be worse off.
But this anger isn't gonna go away unless I do something! Took all my goods too, so I haven't even got anything to sell!
What are you talking about? You are the one who stole my goods!
And you're gonna give them all back right now and fix the damage you did to my store, or else I have to be held responsible for my actions!
This isn't good. I don't think they're even listening to a word we're saying.
What do we do?
Stop this at once!
Who? It's the army.
The provincial army!
What?
What is the meaning of this? It's the middle of the morning. Stop this nonsense immediately.
But
I believe you are the one in charge here. Demand an explanation as to what has transpired.
well, you see.
Here's the situation.
I see. The solution is simple then. Men, take them away.
Yes, sir.
What?
Huh?
What?
What do you mean take us away? 2 stalls were destroyed, 2 sets of goods were stolen. The truth is as clear as day. 2 merchants in the midst of a heated disagreement committed the same crime at the same time. That's not fair.
Do you not think it premature to draw such a conclusion without an investigation?
The Provincial Army doesn't have time to waste solving petty squabbles of merchants. I'm not an unreasonable man. Cease your dispute and you will be left alone. Continue and you will come with us. The choice is yours.
They're trying to force both merchants to forget this ever happened. Sweep the whole ordeal under the rug.
Yeah, something about this seems really wrong.
Very good then. I'm sure you can agree that wasting time on shenanigans like this is detrimental to all parties involved. I hope you'll think twice before causing such a ruckus ever again. Now, if you'll please excuse us, I'm a busy man and I have more pressing matters to attend to.
What's their goal here? Something's not right.
There they go.
Well, I guess they did stop those 2 from fighting, but they did nothing to solve the underlying problem. This isn't right. I see now how the Provincial Army here conducts itself.
I'm sure you're both still pretty angry about this, but right now the 2 of you need to focus on keeping cool-headed. If you have the time to fight, try to use that time for something more productive instead. You'll feel a lot better.
Yeah, I should have let my anger take control of me like that.
We can't open the Grand Market for business until we've cleaned up the busted saws. And we're already running late, so I hate to ask, but would you all mind lending a hand?
American Manager Otto, with assistance from the merchants of the market, cleared away the remains of the 2 stalls. And with the help of Reen and the others on top of that, the Grand Market was finally able to open for the day, albeit behind schedule.
Thanks to you 4, we were able to open the Grand Market for business today a bit quicker than I'd expected. I can't even begin to tell you how grateful I am.
Oh, there's no need for that. We barely did anything. I'm just glad no one got hurt.
All the more reason to thank you. A merchant stall is his livelihood. Any action taken against it can throw him into a blind rage. And it's hard to bring someone back from that.
It seems as though the problems facing the merchants in this town are quite grave indeed. The Provincial Army may have intervened, but it's difficult to believe they make no attempts to find an amicable solution.
Quite right. It's clearer than ever now that they have no intention of trying to resolve any issues involving the market. I can't see that changing unless we decide to just accept the sales tax increase and keep quiet about it.
Still, you think they'd be a little more subtle about the whole thing? No way those 2 merchants are just going to accept this and move on.
No, I don't suppose they will. If word gets out about this, it's not inconceivable for certain groups of people to begin boycotting the marketplace. Something definitely has to be done. I'm just not sure what.
Is something wrong, Reen? You're awfully quiet.
Are you feeling unwell?
Sir, I have a favor to ask. Would you consider allowing us to investigate this morning's incident?
What? Are you suggesting that we attempt to find the perpetrator who destroyed the merchant stalls ourselves?
It's a kind offer, but as I said yesterday, this is our affair, not yours. You're students. You have your own studies to worry about, and I wouldn't feel right about interfering with them.
We're students training for the military, though. We can't just stand by and allow something so unjust to go unchallenged. It's the Provincial Army's responsibility to address this, sure, but they're shirking their duties here, and that reflects poorly on all of us.
Well, that's true enough, I guess. But do you really think we're up for something like this? I kind of have to wonder about that too. I mean, at the end of the day, we're just amateurs. We should at least check with Instructor Sarah first and see what she thinks.
She's already told us. Put your heads together and think, and I'm sure you'll see what you need to do. Her words. This seems exactly like the sort of thing she meant. At least it does to me.
Oh. I see your point. Perhaps matters such as this may fall under the scope of our field study after all. Yeah, you do make a good case. I'm still not sure we're up to it, but I guess it can't hurt to try. Neither seek nor shun the fight. Very well. We shall do what we can.
Are you really sure about this? I'm certainly not going to say no. I'm very concerned about the market and the safety of our merchants. So if you're 100% sure, I have to admit, I truly would appreciate anything you can do for us.
Thank you, sir. We'll do everything in our power to find answers for you.
Just be careful. Don't go seeking out trouble. I don't want you kids being put out in danger. We're dealing with a criminal who acts under the cover of night. He may be capable of a lot more than just thievery and vandalism. Remember, I'm responsible for your safety. If anything would happen to you, I couldn't even look Van Dyck eye anymore.
We'll be careful. We promise. No, I will at least. I probably need to be more careful than anyone else here. Now that that's settled, we should act quickly. Yeah, let's get this investigation started.
Let's do it. Shall we? Alright. So, first things first, we need to decide where to start investigating. My guide keeps resetting itself. It makes me sad. Logical starting point would be the Grand Market itself, the scene of the crime.
Yeah,
I choked on my own spit.
can't argue with that. We should probably get statements from those two merchants before anything else. Indeed, I anticipate they've calmed themselves by now, so perhaps we can get something a bit more substantial from them. We still have to ascertain their innocence or guilt in the matter as well. We'll need to keep a close eye on the time, though. If we miss the last train toward Heimdall, we'll have no way of getting back to the Academy today. Plus, we've been given other tasks too, and I'd really like to get them done.
In short, we need to keep moving. Our deadline is 9 p.m. Let's use every minute we have to accomplish everything we possibly can.
Understood. You bet. Right.
I don't actually have to worry about time. I don't think. I certainly hope not, because the guide's not mentioning it. Well, let's go back to the market. You there.
I didn't think I was ecstatic to finally participate in the famous Celtic Grand Market. What did I ever do to deserve this?
Excuse me.
You... I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to see me acting like that. I hope you can forgive me for my inappropriate behavior.
He seems really down. It's quite understandable. He's a merchant in a busy market, unable to do business.
So, what brings you here? Do you need something from me?
Well, actually, here's the situation.
You're investigating.
That's right, and we really appreciate if you could answer a few questions for us. You may be able to help us find the true culprit.
I suppose it can't hurt. It's better than doing nothing, at least.
You don't have to sound so pessimistic.
Well, can you blame me? You're students at the military academy. You're not exactly ace detectives.
That's true, but we're still determined to find out who did this. We may even be able to recover your goods. Cooperating with us could prove quite fruitful.
Okay, fine. I never said I wouldn't help you, did I? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say, though. It's not like I saw anything worth mentioning.
You didn't?
As soon as I made sure my store was ready to open the next morning, I left everything set up and went home. The other merchants around here can vouch for that. Guess I shouldn't have left the store unattended, though. By the time I got in, it was too late. The deed had been done.
So by morning, the store had already been destroyed and your goods stolen. Come to think of it, what goods were stolen exactly?
Oh, I have a sample with me, actually.
Bracelets?
Accessory? Is this a brand that's popular in the capital?
It's been a real hit lately. Yeah, I was hoping to bring the fat here by selling them at the market. This is the only one I have left now. It's hard to think just how much money I lost in one single night. The damn coward's sabotaging my business.
It's much too early to be jumping to conclusions. Do you have any evidence that proves his culpability?
No, but he's clearly the prime suspect. He was so against the idea of taking turns sharing the spot with me, he decided he'd just destroy my store altogether. I just know it. I'm going to get him to give me my goods back no matter what it takes.
Please, try to stay calm.
You do know that if you cause any more trouble, the Provincial Army really will arrest you, right?
Yeah, I know, but it's a matter of justice. I can't just act like nothing ever happened. It's wrong on general principle. I'm begging you, please get my goods back, whatever it takes.
Well, I can't promise success, but I swear to you, we'll do everything we can. That much I can promise. I think that's everything this merchant knows. Let's start questioning the R1. I assume he's... yeah.
What the hell am I supposed to do now?
Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but could we have a moment of your time?
You're those kids from that military academy, right? What do you want from me? I've got nothing to sell you, obviously. Even if I did have something to sell, I've got no place to sell it. I'm basically ruined. And to top it all off, the Provincial Army and that other damn merchant are acting like I'm the one who did it.
He's not taking this very well, is he?
Hard to blame him, but we need to see if he knows anything that might help us. Well, you see, here's the situation.
You're investigating this mess, huh?
Okay.
So would you consider cooperating with us?
Sure, why not? Not getting my hopes up, as I'm sure you can understand, but hell, I've got nothing left to lose.
Exactly a vote of confidence.
Hey, he's willing to cooperate. That's why we cut him some slack and hear him out. So, about last night, at the time that incident actually happened.
Last night, huh? I don't know how much help I can be if that's what you're asking here about. See, I left the market right after arguing with that merchant yesterday, and I didn't come back till this morning. I stayed over at a friend's place, and our merchant just got pissed drunk and ranted at him all night.
And you're certain of this?
Positive. Ask my friend if you don't believe me. He'll back me up. Wandered over here with an awful hangover this morning, and what I found gave me a hell of a start. A whole stall in shambles. As if that weren't bad enough, all the processed foods I was going to sell were just gone, without a trace.
So the goods that were stolen were all processed food?
That's right. Nuts, cheese, bacon, all foods that have a long shelf life made with local ingredients. I think all my stuff gone really sobered me up. It was like I hadn't been drinking at all. And that's when I went over to that fool soul to make him pay for it.
Why'd you go straight to him?
Because he was the one who did it, of course. He smashed my soul so he could have that spot all to himself.
But that doesn't make any sense. If Heinz did it, then why was his soul destroyed too?
He must have done that to himself. They probably figured if he destroyed his own stall, no one would believe he could be responsible.
I don't know. That seems pretty unlikely. It's a bit excessive. While I understand your frustration, baseless accusations do no one any favors and only cloud the true issue.
It's so frustrating.
I've lost so much money because of this and might have to shop for good. It is bad. If I could at least get my goods back, maybe I could have salvaged enough to stay afloat, but where are the odds of that? None of the other merchants saw anybody doing anything, and the provincial army is sure ain't about to help. I'm finished, pure and simple. All this hard work I've put into getting this far, and this is how the dream ends for me. Well, I'll be honest. I'm not sure how much we'll actually be able to do for you, but we'll do everything in our power to help find you some form of closure.
So, cheer up, okay?
I do appreciate that, but again, I ain't about to get my hopes up. Good luck, though.
Okay. That's all the two victims of this crime have to say, it seems. What does everybody think?
I can't be sure, but I really don't think either of them is responsible. Both merchants certainly have adequate motive to damage the other's soul. The chance of them both committing the same crime on the same night without crossing paths is virtually nil. It's not impossible that they were just out to steal each other's merchandise. I don't believe that's what happened. Both of them have alibis confirming that they were somewhere else when the crime took place.
I'm inclined to agree. I just can't see either of those merchants being responsible for what happened, so we're gonna have to look elsewhere to find viable suspects.
Where though? I mean, who could it possibly been? It's impossible to say right now. We don't have any solid leads. We know who the culprit wasn't, but how are we supposed to start narrowing down who it was? The market itself seems unlikely to produce any further clues, so we should focus our attention elsewhere.
Actually, there's one thing that's been bugging me. I think I actually might know who the culprit is, and it's going to be quite the interesting thing. There's one group of people involved in this whole situation whose actions don't seem to make any sense. Maybe if we can work out the reasoning behind their strange behavior, we can come one step closer to finding our culprit.
Who do you mean?
I'm talking about... Yep, the Provincial Army. What's going on with them? The Provincial Army. They haven't done a thing to try and solve this crime, despite it happening right under their noses. And that begs the question, why not?
Mokamech said they were refusing to fulfill their role due to the tax issue, which means the Provincial Army should refuse to intervene in quarrels within the market as well.
If that's the case, then why did they come and intervene this morning?
Now that you mention it, that really doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. It's like, sure, you can not join in on dealing with this, sure, whatever. But why'd you do it the one time?
Methods were atrocious, but the fact is, they brought that dispute to an end almost instantly. They did get involved.
Yeah, one minute they're refusing to do anything, and then the next they're taking a stand.
It's definitely suspicious.
My point exactly. There's definitely something unnatural about the way they're conducting themselves. And since we have no other leads, what do you say we go to the Army's guardhouse and take a look around? We might be able to learn something from them that could aid us in our investigation.
That may be worth an attempt. The guardhouse isn't too far from here either. Let's head on over and see what we can find out.
And be increased by 1. Where is the guardhouse? Ah, there.
Huh? Are you the students from the military academy, was it? What are you doing here?
We're terribly sorry to trouble you, but we were hoping you might be able to help us with something. Could we ask you a few questions about the incident that occurred at the Grand Market this morning?
What? What does that have to do with you?
We're visiting this town on a field study as students of Thor's Military Academy, and we would very much appreciate the chance to see how experienced soldiers such as yourselves handle difficult everyday situations. This seems a perfect opportunity for an anecdotal case study and could prove most invaluable to our education if you'd permit it.
Alright, stay here, I'll see what I can do.
Looks like we might be able to hear what they have to say for themselves after all. Nicely done, Laura. In times like these, we need to make good use of our positions. No one can fault a student for wanting to learn after all.
But now it comes the hard part. This makes me nervous.
Well, let's just wait and see what we can get out of them. Remember, it's not always what they say that matters, but how they say it, and even more importantly, what they don't say.
Right.
Hi there.
I hope you appreciate it. I hope you appreciate us taking time off our busy schedules for this. So what do you want? And make it quick. I'm a busy man, you know.
He's not even trying to keep up appearances. Unbelievable.
I'll be brief, then. We came to discuss the incident at the market this morning. Will we be correct in assuming that the Provincial Army will be conducting no further investigation?
Is that all you came to ask?
Is that all? Should the armed forces charged with maintaining peace in this region not be taking this matter more seriously?
Laura, I'm not sure. You've got a big mouth for someone your age, and it seems you have a lot to learn about how military units actually work.
What do you mean?
Let me ask you this. What should the number one priority of the Provincial Army be in order to maintain the status quo? I'll tell you. The number one priority should be to enforce the will of their region's ruling lord,
Duke Alberea.
As members of the Provincial Army, the will of the nobility is absolute. We're just following our orders, protecting what we have a duty to protect.
I assume you're referring to the local petition against the sales tax increase? So you're saying as long as the petition isn't withdrawn, the Grand Market isn't something you have a duty to protect?
Interpret my words however you want. We're soldiers. We follow our orders. That's how the military works. And we don't need some fresh military academy inductees telling us how to do our jobs.
This is nuts. Does he even have a tiny shred of shame?
I was hoping that we'd be able to get something out of him, but it doesn't seem too likely anymore.
So is that it then? I hope this has been enlightening. Now if you'll excuse me, I have a job to do.
Elliot?
Wait, would you mind answering one more question?
Elliot?
Fine, ask it.
Well, do you have any idea what might have happened to the goods Marco was handling? You know, the accessory merchant. All he had left was one sample.
Huh? What are you talking about? That merchant from the capital, Hines, was the one who was planning on selling accessories.
Wait! What? Wait a minute! What did you just... What? What did you say?
What did you just say?
What are you all looking at me like that for?
How would you know that? I was under the impression you hadn't investigated the matter at all. How peculiar. We only discovered what each of the merchants was intending to sell a short while ago ourselves.
Huh.
Sir, we have our own ways of finding these things out. You do well not to underestimate us. Now we've wasted enough time answering your questions. We're leaving.
I see. Smart move, Elliot.
Do you think...
It's their fault. The fact that they knew what each of the merchants was selling means they did investigate the matter after all. The burglary happened last night, and it was only first discovered this morning. Realistically, I don't think there was any opportunity digging during that time for them to do any digging, not without running into us.
Agreed. I expect they knew what each merchant was planning to sell well in advance of yesterday's incident. Though that would be easy information for them to learn, since Duke Alberea must have issued permits for both stalls. That's true, and the army would have no trouble gaining access to transaction records for something like that. But why would they bother? Maybe they need to know so they could prepare.
Prepare for what?
I get the impression that the incident at the market has been carefully planned out for a while now. I don't think those two merchants being given permits was for the same spot was a coincidence either. It was probably done to get them to start fighting so they could get robbed while there was tension between them. Basically to create a situation that couldn't be brought under control without the army's help.
So the two merchants were being used all along. Of course, it would basically be the perfect excuse so that it would show like, hey, you definitely need the army here. Seems to fit perfectly with what happened this morning.
Meanwhile, the Provincial Army has shown no interest in actively working toward a solution, unless the market manager chooses to withdraw his petition. So they waited for things to get out of hand, then showed up to force both parties into an uncomfortable truce. Eventually, the merchants would get worn down enough that they'd feel like they'd have no choice but to withdraw the petition. This is turning out to be an even shadier situation than I thought.
Yeah, but thanks to Elliot, I do believe we finally uncovered the truth of the matter.
That was indeed some very quick thinking you displayed, Elliot. You make a fine military strategist.
That was smart, man.
I just got lucky, that's all.
So what we know is the Provincial Army is somehow involved with the actual perpetrators of this crime. The only way to solve it once for all, though, seems to be, well, to find them and catch them. But if this was carried out by members of the Provincial Army, that's not going to be an easy task.
No, I don't think anyone from the army was directly involved. The soldiers here are far too proud of to dirty their hands with such escapades. I tend to agree. Really, whoever the culprits are, I doubt they're still here in Keldek. There just aren't many valuable places to hide such a huge volume of goods without them being found.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe they escaped by train? No, that can't be. Boarding a train with that much merchandise would raise suspicion for sure.
It's been less than a day since the burglary happened, so they couldn't have gone far.
Maybe we should ask around the main roads and see if anyone saw anything out of the ordinary. Someone suspicious may have been spotted leaving or even entering the town.
That sounds like a wise course of action. Come, let's resume our search. We mustn't let this cowardly thief run free. I wouldn't dream of it.
I know I mentioned Blue Blanc earlier, but I don't honestly think this could be Blue Blanc. Oh, hi there.
Oh, are you okay? Look what that nasty man did to her.
Is something the matter?
I was just chasing after Lulu near the west exit of town, and there was this weird man asleep along the side of the street.
A weird man? Sleep in the midst of a bustling town like this, oblivious to its danger, suggests he must possess formidable skill.
He was just really drunk. The nasty smell coming off him nearly made little Lulu faint.
That's terrible.
It really was. I don't know who he is, but I'll have to keep an eye on Lulu to make sure she keeps her distance from him.
So he's not from this town, then?
No, I'm not sure. I only started seeing him around a few days ago. I never seen him before that.
Really now? Sounds like a lead if I've ever heard one. If he's drinking in the middle of the day, and it isn't Instructor Sarah, then we know he's not a merchant at the very least.
Yeah, I think we should go talk to him. Let's have a look around near the west exit and see if we can't track him down. The west exit? So over here. You there?
Drink. Bring me another drink.
Yeah, this guy reeks. How much does he put down? It's only midday and he's already completely blitzed.
I don't think this is the man we're looking for. I think he'd have trouble pulling off a robbery. Sir, are you alright? Maybe I'll be back home if you like.
Shut up. Leave me alone. I'm just a good-for-nothing who just lost his job. Looking after that nature park was my whole life.
Nature park? I wonder if he's talking about the Lunaria nature park we saw yesterday.
You kids know it. You see, I used to be the park ranger for that old place.
And then you lost your job?
Yeah, out of nowhere, too. I gave him life that job I did, and then he just came and took it all from me. The damn booster just showed up out of nowhere and told me I was sacked. Can't just take a man's livelihood like that. It's not fair. The job is my life. Life.
Yes, we can see that. Something about this doesn't sound right.
I agree. It hardly seems fair to take a man's job away without giving him good reason.
Right? I'm so glad somebody understands how I feel. There's no way a bunch of kids like that are gonna do a better job than me.
Kids?
I was drinking here last night, too. When a bunch of kids in range uniforms went walking out of the town through the west exit.
Weird thing was I was carrying a bunch of wooden boxes, too. In the middle of the night. Kids these days, I tell you.
You don't think they could have been Nature Park? I wouldn't have even considered it. But given its size, it would no doubt be a perfect hiding spot.
Yeah, they'd have no trouble stashing the merchandise there undetected. Men sitting at the entrance yesterday were probably there as lookouts.
And the provincial official was the one to tell him that he was fired? Surprisingly, a smoking gun.
I say something useful or something. I don't know what I said, but if I helped you out, why not buy me another drink?
I would suggest you start trying to sober yourself up instead. There's a good chance we may be able to recover both your park and your job.
We know our next stop. As soon as we're fully prepared, let's head out to the Lunaria Nation Park.
Right.
So I'm going to test something. If I go out this way, no cutscene. If I go out the other way, no cutscene. Okay. In that case, we're going to go and save it here. And we're going to... That's not where I meant to save. We're going to save here, and here, and here, and here. No. And we're going to end it here for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoy, and hope to see you all later. Peace.